All right, all right. What's up, my good people? What's happening? Ready to launch this thing and get started here in a sec. Letting everybody get up in here that want to attend. Closed loop meeting. So we're going to drop some stuff today. We're giving this is going to be a good one, everybody. Straight up. Let's see what we got up in here. Hey, y'all. What's up, Fish Bob? My good G. What's happening? Good to see you up in here today. We got some powerful Fish Bub. I'm not playing around today. This is serious. Let's get back to work. Enough of the bull crap. Let's get back to work. Playtime is over. Okay. We've had our weekend to, land the sun and do all this other stuff. But now it's time to get back to work. Okay. What really matters. Let's get back to work. Let's make some money. All right. We're going to cover this today. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to make $1 million this year. Okay. I repeat, if you are associated with me and you are serious about your financial well-being in the year 2025 and beyond, you will make $1 million this year if you work with me, and I deem you to be acceptable as an entity that I believe is worthy of such a thing. Because everybody ain't good with money. It's not about making the money. It's about what you're going to do with it. And I'm going to give you an opportunity today to do it. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. No talking. Okay, Poppin', what's good, my G? Good to see you over here, brother. Today, Poppin', we're going to talk about getting money and how to make it with me. All right, let's get back to work. Okay, we've had enough of the other stuff out here in the world. The world is big, but now it's time to get paid. Let's fold some green backs and stick them in your pocket. Okay, let's fatten some bank accounts. Let's fatten some wire transfers. Let's get some good contacts. Let's get some Rolodexes fattened up. Let's get some meetings. Let's get some board meetings. Let's get some money. The way you're supposed to, okay? So let's get into this, man. All right, so here's what we're gonna cover today. Hey, give me a thumbs up, y'all, if that music is too loud in the background. I don't like it to be all drab up in here when we chop it up and go over the intangibles or whatever. I like it to be a nice little vibe, so that's what we're going for. If that music is drowning me out, give me a thumbs up. Oh, I'm sorry, if the music is good, give me a thumbs up. If it's drowning me out, give me a thumbs down in the chat, everybody who's in there. Let me know. Thumbs up, music good. Thumbs down if it's too loud. We're going to set the tone and set the mood right now. So let's get to work. Let's get right into this. Today, my good people who are in my chat, who are listening, all the viewers, all the listeners, if you are serious about your financial well-being, we're going to get to it. Thank you, Poppin'. Appreciate you, my brother. If you guys want to make money the right way, I'm not talking about nickel and diming. I'm not talking about paper pushing bull crap. I'm talking about getting some real serious money. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that with me. Okay, one thing I don't like to do when I come up on these panels and stuff like that, I don't like to talk about my funds or what I got going on because it's really immaterial when you think about it. Because we're not there for that. We're there for whatever topic we're discussing on other platforms or whatever, which is good. But then when you come over here, we're going to turn those lights off and shut those doors and open this door because this right here is a totally different lane. I promise you. What we're going to talk about today, what I'm going to show y'all today, you probably have never seen before. And if you have, I should have known you a long time ago. If you could talk about what I'm going to show you today and give you the opportunity to do, I should have knew you 5 years ago because you'd already be a millionaire if you're not one already. All right. Again, Red Man, what's good, brother? See, Red Man, we know what's up. Red Man, we've had these little discussions offline. You know we're about to go. Red Man, it's good to see you, man. I saw you in a while, brother. I hope you're doing well. Hope you and the family is up on it. Today, let's get into this right now. All right, so here's what I'm saying. I am giving everybody out there who deems to be appropriately worthy an opportunity to make $1 million under my organization starting today. Sunday Money, or Money Sunday is what I'm going to call this. I'm going to launch this live every Sunday. You know why I'm going to call it Money Sunday? It's because you can make money today, even though the banks are closed. And I'm going to show you how. Every corporation around the world probably is not in business hours right now. Everybody around the world is probably, at home chilling, watching TV or chilling with family. But I'm going to show you how we're going to get money even when you're doing that. Okay? I got a couple of things to cover over here with all of that. If you are associated with me and you part of my lodge, League of Distinguished Individuals, okay, you will be able to partner with me in my global operation. I have a global operation, my good people. I'm not a local guy. Not. Although I have a lot of relationships, resources, and contacts locally for what I do, I don't necessarily utilize those. Sometimes, depends on the opportunity. But for the most part, my operation is a global one. From here to Japan, to Kazakhstan, to the shores of the ports in Santos, Brazil, all the way over to Nigeria, to Lagos, Nigeria, all the way to Cairo, Egypt, okay, to Morocco, Tangiers, Morocco, okay, all the way down to Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia, all the way back up to, man, I can go on and on and on, okay? My relationships and resources span very deep and very, very broad. I'll proclaim this. I have the broadest network and the broadest reach of any of the people on YouTube. Everybody, I'm way ahead when it comes to that type. Business is my forte. Making money is what I know how to do. Put it in your pocket is what we aim to do. Let's get into this. I'm going to present my screen for a plethora of things today, everybody. So if you got a notepad and a pen, take it out because you're going to need this. What I am launching right now, I've noticed over the past 10 years in my organization, in my operation, I do international business, okay? For y'all who don't know me, I am well versed and well connected in a plethora of things around the world. So what I've done for 25 years now, going on 24 years. Okay. I'm cheating. It's 24. So I've noticed some crevices in the international business space that I'm going to exploit this year by using my structure, my strategy, and I'm going to bring on a select amount of prominent people who are professional at what they do. We're going to talk about how to do that. Around the world, I've noticed that it seems to be aimlessly wandering people who are trying to do things, but just are missing a lot of different steps. They are missing hitches. They're missing certain contacts, certain relationships, certain access that they don't have, and they end up just wasting a lot of time. You never really make money. And what ends up happening? You go back to your 9 to 5, which is fine, but you're never gonna get wealthy working for anybody. Everybody knows that. Job stands for one thing. It's an acronym, and it means just over broke. That's what your job is. Just over broke. You never heard that? You heard it now. We're going to tackle that mentality today. If you are a smart, intelligent individual, I welcome you the opportunity to join what I got going on. There, amongst all of these people wandering with no opportunity and no relationships, no resources, I'm going to show you how to dig in and find a way to make what you have work with what I got. If you are a self-starter, a self-motivated person, you are positive, you are a good people person, you know how to have dialogue with everyone. If everybody can talk to you about something, then this is what's for you. My audio's a little choppy there, Fish. Hold on a second. How's that, Fish Bob? Is that better? Give me a thumbs up, Fish. Is that a little bit better, brother? Maybe I was talking too loud. My bad. Before I go too far, everybody, give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me clearly in the chat. Are we good? Shoot me a thumbs up if it's still choppy. Because I don't want to start talking and y'all can't hear me because I'm going to drop too much valuable information. Okay, good. What's happening, Chelly? Muy bonita mujer. Okay, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you, Fish. All right, I think that might be you, Fish. I don't know. Everybody else seems to be able to hear me, brother. Hey, Fish, you got to go to your audio, man, and look at it. Make sure you're in a good location or something like that. Maybe it's your earpiece. Are you on the earpiece, Fish? I don't know. But keep messing with it. Maybe it'll come back around. If it's bad, just keep letting me know. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so here's what we got, everybody. Everybody want to make $1 million. I have the access to make $1 million. It's simple. I've done it before. I will do it again. Easy. All right, take out your notepads and your pens, everybody. Classwork about to begin. It's called a pop quiz. Get your notepads and your pens out. All right, this is how we're going to do it. First of all, I want you guys to write down all of the people who are professional in your sphere. That's the first thing I'm gonna need y'all to do. Write down everyone that's professional that you know. Okay? This begins with your network. Your network equals your net worth, everybody. If you have a good and broad network, you will have a good and broad net worth. Net worth is what you owe minus what you own. That's your net worth. Your net worth is who you deal and do business with or who you talk to on a normal basis. The average of the 5 people that you hang around equals you. All right? So if all you know are a bunch of janitors and people that stand on the street corner talking smack, that's probably who you are. That's the truth. So if you don't have a high value network, you need to go out and create one. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Here's what you're going to do. Write down the 5 people. The highest level 5 people that can be cousins, uncles. If you have a cousin that owns a business, an uncle that owns a business, a distant relative in another state that owns a business, write these people down. Whether it's a old acquaintance that you know, I want you to dig into your mind, your phone book, your contact list, your Rolodex, whatever you got it written down, your email logs, whatever. I want you to write down the 5 people that are the highest rated people that you know. I'm gonna tell you why. Because once you dig into the network of the people that you know, they're gonna have their own network of people that are similar like you. Everybody knows at least 50 people. There's not one person on this planet that I know that don't know 50 people. Or you've come into contact or had some dialogue with 50 people, and you should have got a business card or email address or Instagram or something. When you're walking around in town, you're supposed to be making contacts every day. Okay? I want you guys to make contacts. When you go out, listen to what people talk about. Don't be nosy, but I'm just saying, if you overhear a guy talking about a business deal or something, meet that guy. Whether you know what he's talking about or not, it doesn't matter. See, people are afraid to approach people and talk to them and just learn about who you're interacting with, who you're in the presence of. Talk to people. This is how you increase your net worth. Your network is dependent upon who you know. So I don't care where you're at. Always listen. Always look around. Find people who look interesting and ask them, what do you do? What's your professionalism? What do you do professionally? And ask for a business card. Ask for WhatsApp. Ask for whatever you want to use to contact them. So we need you to get 5. And if you don't have this, you still can join my network, and I'm going to show you what I want you to do. This is your homework assignment for the week. Okay? I need you guys to go out and find 5 high-level contacts. 5. Very easy. If you can get 10, get me 10. Give me 10 if you can get. If you can get 20, if you're a go-getter, bring me 20. Because the more people that are high net worth that you have around you, that's the most money you're going to make. Way more with me. Okay, this is the first step to how to make money. And this is if you don't have a whole lot of people around you. This is if you don't know a lot about business. You don't have to know a lot about business. First off and foremost, let me tell y'all, if you're not a business-minded person, be curious about being a business-minded person, because this is how it's going to start for you. I want y'all to understand that making money is about who you know. It's not always what you know, it's who you know. You can make a lot of money based on who you know if you're in the right sphere of people. Okay, Red Man, I don't know what's going on with the audio, brother. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on. Bear with me, everybody. All right, maybe the mic was too, how about that? Maybe the mic was too high. That probably may be the issue. Is that a little bit better? I might have had the mic up too high. That could have been the problem. I don't know. How's that, Red Man? That better? How's that? Okay, good. Perfect. That probably. I think I had the mic up too high, everybody. That's my fault. My fault, y'all. All right, so back to it. Here we go. I want y'all to bring me contacts. I am launching an international consultant firm. Okay? If you want to join my firm, all I need you to do is be mindful, ready to go out and create resources. You're going to make more money than you've ever made in your life. I can promise you that. You don't have to be a specialist in anything, but if you are a specialist, we're going to have another conversation about what you're good at, what you bring to the table. But right now, I want people with the mindset, because we're shaping mindsets right now. Not asking you to do anything else, but have a mindset to go out and create. What I'm saying is, if you have the mental fortitude to go out and talk to people and get to know people in different walks of life, you got a way to make money with me. Okay. So with these 5 or more contacts, I want you guys to talk to these people, get the relationship with them, get their email, get all the details about what they do, and you let them know, hey, well, this is who I am, and right now we're just scouring the earth for opportunities. That's all you got to tell them. I represent an organization, an international organization, and we are preparing for opportunities for all professionals that we come into contact with. That's all you got to say. Okay. You don't have to say anything else. We're just basically sourcing new relationships. That's all I want you to do. All right, now we're going to talk about how this comes into play with making money with me. I will issue you a working agreement. You will have a contract with me. Okay, an actual contract that means something, not just talking. I'm talking about a PFA or profit sharing agreement. You will get that with me. All I'm really doing to start you off with is paying you for relationship access, and that's what we're going to do. If you build the relationship and your source comes with some business that we can get, you'll get a paycheck. And if you learn the business that I'm going to show you for whatever area I'm going to put you in, and you get good at it, and you bring sources for that, you're going to make more, way more. Okay, we're talking about percentages of closed transactions. I'm going to show you what a closed transaction looks like. I'm going to show y'all some stuff in a second. Okay. So that is the ground of what we're offering, what I'm trying to put together. I'm empowering people. You can get on here and talk about stuff all day long and, all this and that. But if you're not helping people put money in their pocket, you're not helping their livelihood. You're not helping their family. You're not helping them. You're only helping yourself. And that's whack. No. We're actually helping you where it matters. We're putting money in your pocket. We're going to give you opportunity. We're going to make it easy for you and your family to fatten your bank account and to give you a position in this world that you can be proud of, that you'll have for the rest of your life. I've been doing this for over 24 and a half years almost. It's what I do. Okay? So now you guys are going to have that opportunity. And let's talk about what areas of opportunity I'm going to talk about. Number one, domestic agricultural products. I'm going to tell you what those are. Sugar, chicken, yellow white corn, soybeans, poultry, beef. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it's because we all consume this stuff every day. All around the world. You can't go anywhere where there's no sugar being used. Number one, I want y'all to think about this. Everywhere and anything you eat or touch, if it's going to be consumed, has sugar. So that is a global commodity that's always in high demand. 2, chicken. Chicken is, it's the universal protein for most people. Everybody on the planet don't eat chicken, but a lot of people on the planet eat chicken. It is a global delicatessen. Everybody consumes chicken all over the world. It's going to always be that way, no matter what you say. Beef, same thing. Corn, white corn, yellow corn, same thing. Soybeans, yes, soy is in pretty much everything too now. Okay? Coffee, these are agricultural commodities that I'm talking about, everybody. That's one area we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you how much money you can make in that in a minute. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Don't leave alive. You're going to miss something hot. If you leave alive and you broke 6 months from now, don't say nothing to me. Hey, Red Man, salt, water, eggs, meat, grain, etc. Yes, Red Man. These things are in everything you consume, whether you like it or not. Quantum didn't make that up. Quantum knows how to get paid from it, but Quantum didn't make it up. Number 2, international agriculture. So we got domestic agricultural products, which are those things, and international agricultural products, which are almost the same. You might have a couple of things like mangoes and, being able to source these products from different countries, not just your local grocery store. Red Man, you wild. I got you, man. All right. Number 3, domestic and international finance. Let me say something to y'all. Hear me and hear me well. There is not one thing on this planet that has been bought or sold that does not involve finance. I don't care what you buy. You can buy a tire. You can buy something off Alibaba from China. You can buy something off Amazon. You can go to your grocery store. Everything involves finance. A financial transaction happens every second on this planet. There's not one second in this world where a financial transaction is not happening. The question is, are you a part of it? And I'm not talking about from a consumerism standpoint. I'm talking about, are you a part of that financial transaction? Are you folding money in your pocket? Or are you the spender? Are you the guy spending the money, or are you the guy receiving the money? You one of the two. You're either doing one of three things. Either you're spending your money, one, two, you're receiving some money, or three, you're watching somebody else do either of the two. That's it. You are either a participant or you are involved or not involved. You're either observer. You're an observer or a participant. You're one of the three. You're going to be one of those. Okay. I'm going to show you how to be a participant. Enough observing. I can't stand when I'm not involved in the transaction, man. It's like, God, I got to get involved in it. I got to get a part of that deal. Okay. Now, of the domestic and international finance, there are three components that I'm going to talk about today that are available for you to earn a substantial amount of capital. That number one is payment processing for large corporations. That's A. B, 3B, payment processing for entities like casinos and entities like that. 3C, payment processing for merchants. That's probably where a lot of you are going to fall. Let me tell you why. Well, I'll come back to it. So let me go to number four. Number four, cryptocurrency. Big money in cryptocurrency. Trust me when I tell you that. And I'm not talking about your money. Let's make sure you understand the delineation. I'm not talking about you putting any money into anything today. Okay, we're talking about how we're going to leverage other people out there. That's why I ask you to get in your contact list, because even if you don't have the money to spend or the money to invest stuff, there are other people that you might meet or do that are always open to these things. There's going to be somebody you meet that's open to these things. Trust me. You don't have to make money based on what you have. You have to make money based on what other people have. That's how you do it. If you know people that are doing, if you know people in life, okay, they're always doing something to earn money. The question is, are you going to be part of what they're doing to earn money and get a piece of it? You don't have to have your own money, but you have to know people that do, and you have to know people that are doing something with money, and you need to bring them opportunities so they can pay you for it. That's what we're going to do. That's how you get paid today. And then you can earn all you earn and buy your own products, and sell your own products, and make even more money. Number five, asset and wealth management and protection. That's another area. Management of assets and wealth, and asset management, wealth protection, and fortification. I'm gonna show you some of that too when I pull my screens up. I'm gonna share screens with you. Commercial funding. That's another area. We might not make it that far today, but I got about 10 more things. But right now, let's focus on just these 4 to 5 or 6, okay? Because it's pretty lengthy. All right, so we're gonna go back. Let's talk about domestic agricultural products and how you make money with that. I'll tell y'all something. I'm extremely connected, not just on a low level, but on a high side level. And you're going to see in a second how and why. Domestic and international agricultural products, and that is like here in the States or even overseas. I am the global finance director for a large supply chain out of Brazil. And what we do is we provide all those products I just mentioned: sugar, chicken, corn, beef, soybeans, grain products, all of that. We source and provide that globally, not just in Brazil. We supply it all on 7 continents and over 195 countries. Okay. Now, here's how that works with what I told you that I need you to go out and do. All of these are going to work with what I told you to go out and do. As you go out as a consultant with my organization, contracted consultant, by the way, you will be a contracted consultant, and I will train. We're going to have training. We'll have live trainings and everything. Every week, we'll have a live training. It's going to be the most formidable thing that you've ever had access to. Trust me. The reason why I'm telling you to go out and build your contact base, because you might not know anybody right now that are tied to anything, but you probably will. And one of these six different areas that I just covered will be connected to somebody that you will meet. Y'all follow me now? Picking up a drift? The more people you talk to out there in the world will, to some degree, have access to or need a service that I'm going to show y'all. And that's how you're going to make money with my organization. And it ain't costing you anything but you talking to people when you go outside. And how hard you go with this. If you go hard at it, if you say today, I'm talking about going to meet people and just build my network. And you bring them to Quantum, and Quantum say, yep, you're going to get 5% of every single deal you close. Hey man, look, if we do $1 million deal where we got to pay out all this funds, look at what that is. That's crazy. That's 50 grand for just a contact. If we do a $1 million deal and you just bring a person, all you did was talk to somebody. You didn't do anything. You didn't push paper. You didn't have to go clean a warehouse. You didn't have to drive a forklift. You didn't have to drive a school bus. You didn't have to do any of that. If I close $1 million deal, you get 50 grand just for bringing the contact to the table. Now you can make more with that contact if you are actually doing some of the work I'll train you to do. But we're talking about just contacts. See what I'm talking about? Just by knowing people, you can get paid with me. If I make money, you make money. Simple. I'm going to give you opportunity. I'm going to give you access. I'm going to give you a new way of life. All you have to do is bring me reputable people. And you're going to have to do your due diligence too now. It ain't just meet some guy and, you have to check them out. You have to know who they are and what they got going on. You got to ask them questions. You got to thoroughly, know their background and what they got going on. If they can do what they say. And if they can, boom, that's a paycheck for you. Straight up. Just think about it. If you meet 25 people and all of them come and bring me business, multiply 5% times those 25 people or whatever size transaction you do. You see the endless opportunities here? This is how I've lived and made my money for the past 20 years plus. Only I've grown up the scale since then and I've done a lot more. But I started off doing what I'm asking you guys to start off doing. I had a mentor that broke me into the business back in 2001. Gave me the same opportunity that I'm giving y'all right now. And I just didn't give up. I just kept fighting and kept earning and kept doing my thing. And then he passed away some years ago, and I just took over the flag and I kept moving with it. Because I will not be denied. Everybody that knows me, mi cariño, that knows me knows how hard I work at what I do. So the people in my world that listen to what I got to say understand how hard I push what I've been pushing and how long I've been doing it and how successful I've been at it. I don't have to talk about that. But anyway, so of the people that you guys will go out and meet, take notes, set meetings with them individually, write down or study their background, and you ask them, what services do you do? And they're going to tell you. See, people love to talk about what they do professionally. They love to talk about what they've amassed and accomplished personally. People love to talk about themselves, about everything they got going on too. And that's beautiful for you because all you're doing is taking notes. Taking notes. You write these things down, okay? And I guarantee you one of the areas of what they do will connect to over here to what we're doing. Trust me, I can make a square peg into a round hole in a second. All right, so a lot of people have funds that they've earned and they want to find a way to make that apply to how they're going to grow their own personal network, or they may have a huge network of their own and they may need a service that we might provide. You never know how a deal is going to come about. You just have to be willing to learn and listen to people. And all you know is we do pretty much everything when it comes to finance, products, all of that. Now, let me go to 3. International finance is how you're probably really going to make the money. And I'm going to go to one of the sub-tiers here that's going to apply to most everybody right here. This is the easiest one to make the most money in. Okay. Aside from me being global finance director for a large international supply chain of all those products, I'm also the head representative for a large payment processing entity. Okay, everyone I'm talking about are good friends of mine. I'm the guy that's talking or dealing directly with the people that own these outfits. That's why they contract and hire me. So, payment processing. Now, let's say this. Everybody out there is connected to somebody spending money. One way or another. You either connected to someone spending money or someone they're connected to is spending a lot of money. Here's an example. Okay, let me go over here for a second. Wait a minute. Let me just start pulling up some of this before we go to payment processing. Let's talk about some of these commodities. Now, a good friend of mine is actually one of the world's largest gold traders. Okay, and I mean actual gold. I'm not talking about BS. I'm talking about actual gold. I'm gonna show y'all something. I talked to him yesterday. He's a guy from Dubai, known him for 6 years now. And we were talking about this transaction, one of my gold transactions I'm currently doing right now that I'm about to finish. And I'm gonna show y'all something. Gold is a commodity, by the way. It is a commodity. So let me show you something when I refer to how one of my relationships brought me a transaction. This gentleman I know, one of the largest gold traders out of Dubai, said, "Hey, listen, we have this operation. We need you to come in and take a look at it. We're looking to bring in or access product. We want to buy some." I said, "Cool. What are you looking for?" So he gave me a list of some of the stuff that he wanted. Blah 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 blah. I said, "Okay, I'll go out and source and see what I got in my portfolio." So I went and found some of my people that sell the stuff. Now, let me show y'all something right quick. Let me show y'all my screen. Let me show you my screen. One second. Okay. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, y'all. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure everybody's on par to see what I'm about to show you, what I'm showing you here. This, if you can see that, let me know. Pretty sure y'all can see that because it's telling me that you can. All right, so look, this is a gold transaction that I am currently working on out of Dubai. If you can see right here, this is a soft offer for gold from a source that I have that's selling. Okay. My guy who runs the exchange says, "Hey man, we need you to go and find us 10 metric tons of gold." No problem. I went out and found it in like an hour. Bang. See this right here? This gold is actually in the free zone in Dubai as we speak. It's in a secure facility, an armed facility where don't try to go up in there and take it because they are armed. Trust me. It's serious. This is pretty much the deal that I was able to put together. And this all is coming from my network. People that I know, that I've done business with over the last 20 years. Call them up, say, "Hey, I need that." Boom, got it. Now, they're going to be buying a large consortium of gold. Now, if you don't know, 10 metric tons of gold is worth millions of dollars. All right? This is real, serious business. And you can see what the discount is, what they give them against the gold is 6 to 4. They get a gross of 6%, 2%, 4% net. That's because they're paying 2% commission. One side for the sell side, 1% for the buyer side. That's 2%. And then you got 4% as a net going back to the buyer. So he's saving 4% on the market rates of this product, which is going to be listed on the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Association. Okay, that's how they process. That's the London Bullion Market Association, LBMA, is how they determine what the price of gold is. Okay, that's how they determine what the price. I started off doing gold back in 2002, so that's how I know a lot about it. Okay, so basically, the commissions for this is 2%. So whatever this actual total amount for this product is, 2% will be coming to me and my team. both sides. So if you work with me, you get a piece of this commission. That's how it is. 10 metric tons of gold. I haven't did the math on it yet, to be totally honest with you. But you see, this is bullion gold, 99.9% pure. It's hallmarked, which means it has the stamps on it from Johnson & Matthey Hallmarks. Okay, it's going to be at the free zone in Dubai, which means you can trade there without any risk of ML, AML violations, anti-money laundering, anything like that. So your product is not going to get taken. Your money that you make is not going to get taken. It's a free zone without tariffs and stuff like that. So you can do all business there and it won't cost you crazy stuff going on. Okay. They go in, they test the product right here. You see where it says assay. That's how they determine what the purity of the product is. They'll run it through they'll take one piece of the gold, take it to a refinery, assay it to make sure it's pure. Make sure it's not lead or anything crazy like that. And then once they have a final analysis, takes about a day, and they just cut the check or send the wire. Done. Everybody get paid. See? And this is all SWIFTing, which is coming back to my international structured finance. SWIFT is how banks internationally communicate and send and transfer money and other types of guarantees for payment. Okay? So, you saw that, right? Everybody saw that? What up, Big Tight? Look at Redman. Redman got them numbers. Redman say 1.5. Hey, Redman, that's generally how that goes. That's how those numbers get cooked up, man. Okay? So that's one area that I was telling y'all of commodities, how you'll make money with me. So let's say if you knew somebody that wanted to get involved in that business and they had a contact, if you brought it to me, you will get a percentage of that straight up right in your pocket. You'll get that. We'll split that percentage at 1%, but that's a lot of bread. 0.01% of 1 billion is crazy money. Okay. Yeah. Say Swift will be gone soon. Quantum remember. Yeah, I know. Swift. See, they're moving to a whole different thing under Swift there, Redman. They're going to go to GPI and stuff like that, which is like automated protocol transfer for funds, and they're going to go to more of a digital. Well, Swift is digital, but they're going to go to even more AI version of all this stuff soon. So they're going to be transferring money on another level coming up, man. It's going to be stupid. All right, so let me show y'all something else. Now, I want to focus on one area that I think most of y'all are going to make the money in. This is where I want to focus at. So that's just commodity right there. That's commodity number one. I want to take y'all to payment processing, because you're going to make a killing every day you get paid. Every day you'll get paid. Every day. I'm not talking about once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I'm talking about every day you're going to be paid if you bring this. All right. So merchants. Everybody knows what merchants are. Merchants are the people out there that are selling in the mall, they're selling at kiosks, they're business-to-business sales and all this stuff. All you actually have to have there is an opportunity for the person that's running a merchant operation, buying and selling something, and they're using credit cards or accepting credit card payments from clients or customers on a daily basis. Well, guess what? Your boy Quantum happens to be connected and I know the CEO personally of a large payment processing organization. And that payment processing organization allows for me to bring merchants for my entity to process their payments, and we get a percentage of all of that business. So let's say, for instance, if you had let's say if you knew the CEO of Taco Bell, I'm just going to throw something out there, Taco Bell. And let's say Taco Bell was unhappy with the payment processor that they were using to accept all their payments from customers and other businesses that they buy and sell stuff through for their taco shells and their meat and all that stuff. And let's say Taco Bell's like, man, we're getting railed by our bank. They're killing us. We need to work with an entity that's not charging us ridiculous money, and we need to put our hands on something. Redman, you in Calabasas, California? Oh, yeah. You out there with the money at then. I already know where you at. Yeah, Calabasas, that's where that bread's at, brother. That's Sears bread out there. See, Redman, you already know. See, you're going to be able to take advantage of what I'm talking about quick, because you already plugged in. What'll happen is you bring me merchants, guys, ladies and gentlemen, merchants, people that are processing credit card transactions. Another guy brought me a casino. He said, look, man, I got a casino in my pocket. I need to take advantage of this. I need to get some of that payment processing money. Cool. We doing a deal with a casino. And what we're going to do is we're going to process all of the payments. And here's the kick. My facility that processes the gateway. We have the gateway. We have the payment gateway. Not only will be processed, we pay in crypto also. We ain't gonna get into all that right now. That's a whole nother discussion. But just understand something. So let's say, for instance, you might have a client or a potential customer that processes 2,000 transactions a month by accepting credit card payments and paying credit card payments, blah, 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 blah. But the bank they may be working with right now may be railroading them and killing them with money. It may be killing them with percentages. Well, guess what? We can beat that. We can beat their rate with my organization. We can give them better rates. We can undercut every bank on the planet right now. It's how strong our stuff is. And so if they sign with us, guess what? For every transaction they allow to come through their company, where they take a credit card, they may be using Stripe or PayPal or whoever that entity is, whatever bank they're using to do their merchant processing, we're gonna supplant them. It's gonna become us. And you know what? You're gonna get a small percentage of every single card swipe. Every single card swipe. If you're making, let's look at it. Let's say you're making 40 cents for every single card swipe for a merchant. Let's say you're dealing with Taco Bell. Taco Bell is a global corporation. If you make 40 cents for every time a customer swiped their card, do the math. Do the math, how much money that is. And all you did was just talk to someone and bring the relationship to the table, and we close that deal, and you get a percentage of all those card swipes, because I'm going to get a percentage of all the card swipes. Now you're making a percentage of what the banks were charging them at that time, but now we're going to supplant the bank, and now we're going to take over that business. We're going to start making all those card swipes. We're going to compete with Bank of America, which we already do because my entity is tied into 7 banks. And we just got our payment gateway approved last week. So now we're going after every single business on the face of the earth. I want every business to be signed up with us. I don't give a crap what your business is. If you accept and use credit cards for your business, we want your business now because we want to process that through our gateway. Okay? For a discounted rate of what the banks are charging. We're going to do better than that. So now, every time a customer comes through the door and swipes a card, you get a paycheck. Every time that business takes their credit card and swipe it with another company, you get a paycheck. Every time another business swipes a payment for that business you're working with, that merchant you're working with, you get a payment. It's stupid. I sat with my people 3 days ago and worked out the deal. It is ridiculous. It's redunculous is the term we came up with. You're getting swipes. Big Tight, Big Tight know about how this stuff work when it comes to doing business to business. You know what I'm talking about, Big Tight. Big Tight, guys, go check out his channel. Wonderful person to listen to sports and talk with. He does amazing work, and he also knows a thing or two about business when it comes to moving big money around. Big Tight know exactly what I'm talking about. Redman Boyd knows exactly what I'm talking about. Fishbub knows exactly what I'm talking about. Pop knows what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm saying. That money is serious. And that's right there. The payment processing is going to be the way that a lot of people will get in the door this year with me and make a killing. I'm already one of the representatives from American Express, by the way. I do the same thing for them right now. Okay, I'm a global partner with American Express. So if I could take American Express business all day and do the same thing. But right now I'm trying to build a payment gateway. I'm trying to build the payment gateway that I have access to with my people and create our own brand. Well, it's not my brand, it's their brand, but I am the head. I'm the global head rep. I'm over everybody. There's nobody over the top of me in that entity. I'm the first and the most prominent rep that they have because I'm the most connected. I've already signed up a casino. I've already signed up a crypto exchange. I just had that conversation yesterday. Okay. A good buddy of mine owns a crypto exchange. Man, just imagine this. You have a person that has a crypto exchange and they're doing cryptocurrency transactions all day, all night. And you get a percentage of every transfer. It's crazy. The numbers get ridiculous once you start writing them out. Red Man said, Doc, you signed me the papers. Red, I got you, Red Man. We're going to talk. Red Man, we're going to talk about the particulars, you and I. I'm going to set you up with something. Don't worry. I got you. I'm going to get you straight. Because I got a lot more opportunities for a guy like you, Red Man. Because I already know where your head is at. So guys like you, ladies like you, who have that hand on stuff like that, you're going to be good. Now, let me show you. We're going back to the screen presentation now. Here we go. Round 2. Fight. Let me show y'all something. Now, we're going to go to round 2, screen presentation. 1 second. 1 second. If you're still in here, I hope you didn't leave because you're going to miss something. Hold on a second now. All right, we're back to the screen share. Here we go. This is a pro forma invoice for a corporation that we're doing a trade transaction with for domestic product, for international products. I'm arranging the financial structuring for this entity. Now, as you can see, this is a $6.7 million transaction that's set to come over to us sometime this week. Look right here. These are all the terms regarding said shipment of that product. That's kind of off kilter. I'm not going to get into all of that because that just takes too much time. But as you can see, this is a $6.7 million transaction. Now, I'll tell you all a little bit about how this works. When you're talking about doing import, export, these entities are buying and selling products globally. But the problem is a lot of them don't have the banking in place to undermine or underpin the value of what they're trying to buy or sell. So they come to us to arrange it for them. That's what my job is. So they come to me and they say, hey, man, we need to structure our financial underpinning and our insurance or whatever. We need you to set it up for us. Yeah, this is what we're going to need. This is how much it's going to cost you. Boom. We move it. We close it. Paycheck. Simple. See, that's another opportunity for you guys. This is why now to get to this level doing this, you're going to have to talk to a lot of people. You're going to have to really, really reach down deep and talk to people every day because you might run into a person that has this and trying to do this. You might run into a person that has access to all this stuff and might want to actually bring your entity on, bring us on to help them structure payment for these things. You might have an entity that's trying to buy some product out of China or buy some product out of Germany or Switzerland or somewhere, and they may say, dang, we don't have the financial structure to do it. Can you help us? Yes, we can. I have the financial structure and ability to set it up for them. I can do that. If we close a deal, you get a percentage of the money. Simple. This is already on the ship. This is about to be shipped out. This is 6.7 million right here. Easy, easy money. Now, this ain't my 6.7 million, but I get a percentage when it's closed because it's coming through my payment processing portal. I'm going to the bank to structure the asset for them. If you look right here, this thing says, right here, it says a standby letter of credit in red. You see this? Receiving bank for SBLC. See that? It'll have their account information there, which don't mean anything. But their SBLC is going to be standby letter of credit. My information will go there because I will receive the standby letter of credit for their business. So that's how that works. We receive their letter of credit and we process it for them. And we structure all of that for them so they can move their product. Okay? Now, that's that. That's how you're going to make money with me in international structured finance. This is why I said, when you go out and talk to people, talk to as many people as you can, because you never know what services they are involved in that they may need assistance in. There's no other way to really to break into any area of enterprise unless you talk to people, because everybody has something going on. And when you dig into their Rolodex and into their professional lives, if they're in business and they're doing something, you just made a way to make you some money. Because we have access to serve and help them in any way that they may need, financially, business-wise. We can build their companies. We're gonna get into that. Okay. Now, that is the merchant processing. That right there is the international structured finance. And you've seen pretty much everything in that. You understand where that's going. Okay. Cryptocurrency, similar. If an entity is buying and selling cryptocurrency, remember what I said. They can go through our organization to do that. Now, you can go on Coinbase and places like that to buy crypto. That's fine. But guess what? We want the processing behind it. We want the processing money. Okay, that's where the money's at. You can buy the crypto and you can participate in that because we're doing some of that too. But if you want to make some bread while you sleep, then the processing is what you want. See, you might have a crypto deal in place. You might close that deal, but you got to go out and source another deal. So you got to wait until you can source that deal. That's cool. But that's not where you're going to make the bulk of your money. The bulk of your money is getting tied to these entities who are trying to buy these things. And you're getting a percentage of everything that comes through there. Even if it's 50 cents or $1. You're running 20,000 people through there and they're buying a product. You're getting a percentage of that $1. That can add up fast. You'll be making 100 grand a month before you know it in your sleep. Trust me, I do it. You literally can make $100,000 in your sleep. Wake up and you have 100 grand in your bank account. It's happened to me multiple times. Like it ain't nothing. It's like, okay, I made 100 grand, no deal. Yeah. Well, what's on the schedule for today? That's how I go. So that is your crypto. And I'm talking everything from actual coin to different types of coin. We're talking BTC, USDT, stable coin. We work that little bridge with the stable coin, Ethereum. We work all those bridges. You like that, Red Man? Yeah, that's similar to what we talked about that time. See, Red Man's sharp, man. See, Red Man, listen to this, Red Man. If I know the guy who runs the exchange, he owns the exchange. He's a former gold trader out of Dubai. If he runs and owns the exchange, that means they're only serving high net worth clients. They're serving people who have a lot of money in their pocket. But guess what? I went to him. I said, guess what? I said, man, you guys just got up and running about 2 or 3 months ago. I said, but guess what I'm going to provide you? He said, what? I said, I'm going to call my guy that owns the payment gateway service so that we can provide a soft launch pad for you guys to process all of your payments via your crypto network. For everybody you buying and selling crypto through, you can run that through our organization for a cheaper cost, and we can pay you back in crypto if you want. He was like, oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, man. That's how you're going to get paid. And I said, hey, you don't have anyone out there offering you anything like that. Yeah, you're right. I had just a bank that but see, they're always in fear of the bank shutting their accounts down, because the banks will shut your accounts down. If they think that something's going on, they'll shut your account down fast. And next thing you know, you out of business. So I said, you know what? Why are you guys tethering your business and your brand to a bank when banks can just get a cold draft and they'll close your account? Boom, they will. It happened to me. They'll shut your account down so fast. It's no mistake. Everybody that knows me knows I lost a lot of money last year, and it wasn't my fault. But you know, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of business. You get knocked off the horse, you climb and get back on. But it's easy when you can do that because you have the resources and the relationships in place to rebound. Simple, simple, simple. Red Man, you say, so you know more than what you let out without spilling my tea. Red Man, it ain't that, man. It's just that I have so much to talk. I have so much knowledge and so much to talk about. I can't get to it all before you get sleepy. That's what it is. But Red Man, anytime you want to talk, man, call me. You got my number. We can talk about this stuff all day. And I'll key you in all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So that's how we make money with crypto, guys. Just remember, we're going to process all the merchant payments. We want that business. We want everybody that has the ability to process payments for their customers. If you own a shoe store, a hot dog stand, I don't give a crap what you got. If you accept credit cards and you do a lot of volume, I want your business. And if you bring it to me, I will make sure you get a check. Simple. That's money you don't have to do anything for, but just log on your bank account on your phone in the morning when you wake up. And if that business if they saw 822 customers over the past day, guess what? They sold 822 customers worth of hot dogs. Whatever they process through the payment gateway, you get a check. It might not be 50 grand a check. I mean, maybe it's 500. Maybe it's 5,000. Maybe it's 50,000. We don't know because we don't know how much processing they'll do. But at the end of the day, if it's something you didn't have to do but go to bed and wake up and you get that check, who can beat that? No one's paying you for nothing these days. You have to exude some type of service or some type of ability in order to get your hands on somebody's money. Because when they exchange a service for a product, you have to exchange time or value. That's how that works. So whoever's doing the exchange is who's making the money or the value. You have to give value to get the money, or you have to give money to get the value. It's one of the two. Okay? That's that. All right. Let me show y'all something. Now, this is the big boy. So I was saving this for like at the end because I wanted to see who was going to stick around. If you were on the live earlier and you jumped off, oh, I feel for you because you just missed the big boy. I talked mainly and spoke mainly about the commonality business that everybody can participate in. But this is for the people who are really go-getters. If you are serious about becoming a multi-millionaire next year, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. This is the big boy. Number 5 is asset and wealth management / protection. All right. Red man, you definitely got a lifetime membership. No question. Asset and wealth management. That's one of the biggest areas of my enterprise. I'm also a global asset and wealth manager for large corporations, which means people will have assets, financial assets in various amounts, and they come to me to help manage those assets from time to time and to help them to leverage those assets for additional wealth for projects or whatever they're trying to accomplish. So I'm usually the guy that does that financially with the banks. Okay. So let me show you how that looks. Now, here you go. This is the big boy. So this is a transaction that I'm actually about to take in. I've gotten like 3 calls since I've been on this live about this, and I've declined all 3 because I had to let them know that I'm doing this special live for my special people. But they were just calling me about this. They brought it to me yesterday, and this is another opportunity. Now watch this, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay. All right, back to the share screen. Booyah. Okay. I want y'all to follow me closely on this one now. This is serious. If you're still listening, if you're still here, you're gonna see this the real money, the serious. This is some of that old school money right here. This is a different game. I guarantee you will never find anybody that's gonna show you this. But your boy Quantum does, because he loves you. This is an entity that brought me the asset that they want me to manage that I'm about to take in probably in the next few days. I'm going to be managing this asset. I want y'all to look at this now. This is what is called a PPM, a private placement memorandum. Okay? This is an entity that has look at this. Go to the top of the screen. I'm just going to cut it down so you can go right where I want you to go. I'm not going to try to tell you to look for it. It's going to take 5 years to do that. See the size of this offering? I'm not even going to say it. If you see it, you'll know. I'm not even going to say it. I want you to be looking at this. This is what is called a PPM, a private placement memorandum and an offering. Okay? This is for accredited investors only. This is for people that want to invest their capital against this asset. This is a registered asset. You see the number. This offering is what's available on the public. It's also trading on Bloomberg. If you put that number in on Bloomberg, if you have access to Bloomberg, you can type that number in and you'll see it trading live right now. That way you know I'm not blowing smoke. Because I don't ever blow smoke. All about the truth. Okay? So you see that number. That is the size of the asset that I will be partnering to manage. This entity will be moving asset to us, and we will be finding takers, obviously. See, the subscription is 10K minimum. See, if you have 10K, y'all listen to me, right? This is for one area of investment. If you have 10K and you want to make some decent money, you want to make 8% per year on this offering, you put up 10K and you make 8% at the end of the year. Just on this 10K. Bam. This is a subscription. This ain't even what I'm offering, by the way. This is just something that's being offered by the PPM, by the company. This has nothing to do with me. I'm just showing you what the offering is. This company, you make 8% per year on a 10K investment. This is a cash-backed operation. Nothing in life is guaranteed, by the way, so I'm not offering investment advice. Okay, I'm just showing you what's available for investment if you want to go that route. You do 10K and you're going to make 8%. That's what they're offering in this PPM, by the way. It's not me offering this. This is the company. I have nothing to do with it. It's not my company. I don't own them. I'm just reporting what they're offering. That's it. The way I get involved is I actually manage this offering and help them to leverage this for additional opportunities to grow capital. That's what I'm doing. I have nothing to do with this right here. This 10K, this is for everybody walking on the street. If you're walking down the street, if you just got off your job or you want to invest instead of buying a stock, guess what? You can enter into this PPM and this is a private offering. This is only offered to people who have access. You have to be, guess what? Accredited. That means that you have to be sophisticated. That's what this is termed, sophisticated or / accredited investor. You have to understand the rules of investment under the Securities Act of 1933, by the way. But if you understand this, this is a way you can make money in your sleep. They're doing this in 500, well, they're doing 700M max offering, okay? I don't like to talk the numbers, I just like to let you see it. I'm gonna show it to you again. There you go, top of the screen. Right there. Okay, this will be managed by my organization sometime this week. I'll have this under management. That's the play. At least that's what we're talking about. That's what's been brought to me. Okay, and I have multiple like this. This ain't the only one. I have plenty of these. This is just one of them that they sought me out. They say, "Yep, we like your talent. We want you to work with us." This happens to me all the time. So what I'm saying to you guys is, this is one way you can get in and earn some bread right here. Bam, you got 10K. 8% per annum. For every 10,000, you get 8%. That's one way to earn money with it. Check this out. If you happen to meet one of these people in your network, again, I can't stress this enough, network. If you have one of these people in your network that you run into and they say, "Hey, what you got going on?" "Well, I got a PPM I'd like to talk to you about." "What's that?" "Private placement. Got an entity that's looking for investment." Boom. That's one way you can earn money. If they put up some bread and they come in, that's money for you to earn. But the thing about it is, here's how we're going to do it. We're going after the people that's earning way substantially more than 10K. I want the people that's got about 500K in the bank. That's what we're looking for. Okay. We want the 500Kers. All right. We want the people with 500K in the bank, because what they're going to do, if they have 500K, they're going to contribute to this offering. And then I'm going to be able to take the offering from the bank and I'm going to be able to leverage it and buy additional assets and securities on the market, like stocks and bonds and things like that. I'm going to be able to buy Nike, and I'm just naming some that y'all probably know, Tesla and Colgate and Hershey's. Any publicly traded company I have access to, I can go in and buy their stock against this offer all day long. And when I make money off of it, guess what? If you have something to do with it, you'll get a percentage. See, all I'm going to do is leverage this asset, leverage it against what I can actually go and buy and earn a residual off of that. And then whatever that term is for that month, that's the money they make, and then I get a commission, and then the people under me would get a commission if they partook in this transaction. So if you had anything to do with it, you would also get a commission, not just me. This is a real offering. This is on the market, trading right now. Just put this number in, Google it. You Google that number right there. Google it. You Google this number right now, and you'll see it's an actually traded asset. It's not just me telling you this. This is real, and I will be representing this entity and managing this asset. It'll be under my portfolio. Okay. And I'm not showing y'all this to brag or anything like that. I'm just showing y'all how we can get paid. Like a lot of people out there talking all this stuff about having relationships and how you have relationships with people. You got to be able to empower people on another level. You can be cool with them after hours, and if you drink beer and stuff like that, or if you hang out, if you partake in other party favors or whatever else you do, it's your life, your business. But at the end of the day, you have to be offering people an opportunity to financially empower their families. That's what this is all about. It's not about hanging out all the time. That's good. That's a stress reliever. But guess what? When you go home and go to bed, what happens when you wake up? Time for work. Go clock in. Go do whatever it is you got to do to get your money. And if you're not earning money like this, you're earning money doing something else. I'm trying to give you an easy way to earn more. That's what I'm all about. Everything else is stupid, in my opinion. And I ain't got time to talk about none of that stuff. I'm talking about getting paid today. This is where I'm at. All right? Giving y'all opportunities, man. Let's go to work. Let's dump the BS. This right here is a PPM. This is being offered to people in the public. Okay? I mean, if I were to read all this, I would confuse a lot of you talking about quibs and qualified institutional buyers. And I'm not going to waste the time. I don't want to lose any viewership right now talking about all this stuff. But you get an idea of what I'm saying. If you got the time, go put in that ISIN number. You want to see the ISIN number again? I'll show you. And you can read this information at your own right there. Go put that number right there in, right here. You can put in the CUSIP or the ISIN number on Google that, and you'll see it'll be trading. And if it's not trading, it's because it's probably held privately, but it's probably trading. I'm sure it's more likely to be trading right now. All right, that's that. Now, since I got the screen up, let me see something. Hold up. Hold up. Stay with me, everybody. All right. Let's see who's there. Let's see who we still got. All right, Redman, you still there, brother? Redman say 8% on yeah, it's good, man. 8% on 10K is good for someone that's already got money and can see it more than a sit. Yeah, regular folks are going to do that. That's what I'm talking about, Redman. Redman is plugged in, everybody. He's zoned in on what I'm talking about. Okay? This money is these are offerings I get every time. They only come to me for these things in my organization because of what I can do and who I have in my pocket. I could take something like this. Let me show y'all a play. Let me show y'all a play. I would take the proceeds of something like this, and you know what I would do? I would go to my supply chain in Brazil, and I would grab sugar. All right? Show y'all something else right quick. Hold on. Stay with me, everybody. Stay with it, brother. Stay with it, brother. We making headway here. We making headway here. Hold up. Let me see here. Let me get to this over here, y'all. Because I'm about showing you guys so you have an understanding of how you can actually deploy this and put the money in your pocket. One thing for me to do it, but it's another thing to show y'all how to do it. Find something to show y'all right fast because I don't have it in front of me. Thought I did. Okay. Nah, I can't find it. That's all good. I'll show y'all when I come. We'll do it another time because I can't find exactly what I'm looking for. There's a document I'm trying to find to show y'all something. Anyway, we're talking about how to turn this into some money. See, this right here is serious. You don't even have to have the 10 grand. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The average person on the street doesn't have access to this. Okay? They don't. All you have to do is talk to people who are seriously interested in doing these types of things. And you say, hey, what do your investment portfolio look like? What are you trying to do? They'll say, yeah, I got a little bit here. I want to earn a good residual. Boom. Bring them to me. I'm going to be the guy managing this thing. And there's locked in bread for them. This is a 10-year note, by the way, everybody. This is 10 years. 10 years. This is serious bread, man. This is something that you're going to have access to over the course of a 10-year span. Okay? So just remember, if you got your hands on this type of access to people, all you need are the people. You don't need your own money. Okay? You don't. I've shown y'all a lot of stuff today to prove that you don't need your own money. All you have to have is the access and the people trying to do it. And you get to contribute and you get to participate just because you know who's got it. Okay? Asset protection. Let's look at that. This is what my organization offers. Okay? This is my company. I build international asset protection vehicles. I build trust structures all around the world for companies all over the planet. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something now. This is how it ties in. Right here, payment processing, electronic transfers, credit and debit card issuances, trade and securities, and as well as their derivatives, trading in cryptocurrencies, trading in foreign currency exchange, trading in precious metals and other commodities, distribution of financial products, fiduciary services, investment company. That's what this trust that I build for people allows them to do. None of these entities actually own these assets in their own name. They run them out of an organization. And what I'm telling entities are, you need to get a business trust structure that I create, which gives you the ability to do all of these things and safeguard your wealth and assets that you earn as a result of participation in those things. That is how you make your money. That's how you protect your money. Look at this. We do bank structuring, escrow structuring, all of that. Corporate finance structuring. That's what your trust will allow you to do. Okay? It gives you the power to do all this stuff. Loan and borrow money. Issue SKRs or safekeeping receipts and promissory notes in finance. UCC 1- or 3-104. Okay? The power to engage in MTNs or medium-term note transactions. That's what I just showed y'all a second ago. That's what's called a medium-term note offering. That was $1.4 billion offering. Okay, the power to trade and manage cryptocurrencies. We just talked about that. Okay, the power to trade cryptocurrencies and conduct initial coin offering or ICO. That's like the IRS deems that now as a property. Okay, ICO or initial coin offerings. Okay, the power to operate cryptocurrency exchanges and manage customer wallets. That's what another thing your trust will allow you to do. So if you got a person out there, look. The power to issue and trade letters of credit or LCs with international banking institutions, which I work with every day. These things will allow you the opportunity to work with entities all over the planet and protect the integrity of your assets and protect the integrity of how you earn and distribute wealth. That's what this is for. That's what the trust structure will allow your clients to do. Y'all follow me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That's what that is. Okay? Now, the trust structure is something that people in the know actually use and take advancement of. They use these. Look at the red man boy, SBLOC. See, red man, you're in the right area, brother. You kind of got it. Standby letter of credit. See, red man, let me tell you what a standby letter of credit will do. It gives you the ability to perform a trade finance transaction. Okay, trade finance is what you use to buy and sell those products I showed y'all earlier, like the corn and the sugar and the soybeans and the wheat and the chicken. That's trade finance, and standby letter of credit is involved in the use and the payment directive or the payment guarantee of trade finance products. So if you needed a standby letter of credit from your bank to go out and buy those products or safeguard that shipment from a buyer to a seller, guess who they come to get that SBLC? Me. I go to the bank and I arrange it. You get a percentage of the money. Again, everything I do involves you guys. If y'all participate, y'all get a percentage. So there's money all up and down the board for anybody that works with me. I will put you in on every single transaction that we work with if you got something to do with it. If you go out and hustle, you go out and get the contacts. I need people who bring the contacts. I will pay you handsomely. You will never make this kind of money with anybody else. Forget it. That kind of money is not available to you on the street. It'll take you years to earn that. Years. Okay? We're talking about trading currencies and bringing worldwide fiduciary services to all of our clients. That's what we do. We are an international organization. We're not just a local entity from North Carolina. No. We started that way 20 years ago, but now we are an international organization. Okay? That's why we do gold in Dubai. That's worth $10 billion, $1 billion or something dollars worth of gold. That's why, because we're involved in transactions over there. That's why we do transactions out of Australia, out of the Gold Coast in Australia, or Perth, the Perth Mint. Okay, that's why we do deals out of Singapore. We do all financial transactions out of UOB Bank, United Overseas Bank. That's why we do business with ABN AMRO Bank out of the Netherlands. That's why we do business with Barclays out of the UK, or HSBC, Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation out of the UK. That's why we deal with Maybank out of Malaysia. That's why we do Kazakhstan Bank out of Thailand. That's why we work with Hana Bank out of South Korea. That's why we use JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America out of the United States. That's why we use Banco do Brasil out of Brazil. I can keep going. Or Absa Bank out of South Africa, or Medbank out of South Africa. Want to hear more? I can go on and on and on. Societe Generale out of Spain. UBS out of Switzerland. I deal with all these banks every day. This is what I do. That's why I know these things. This is something that I've been doing for a very long time, and I'm pretty good at it. So the whole thing about it is, I can use my sources to give everybody an opportunity to make money. There's no reason why the people that I'm dealing with shouldn't be able to make money. I'm about building people and giving everybody an opportunity to advance themselves. That's what I'm trying to accomplish right now, and that's what I will accomplish. You can hate me for whatever else stuff in the world that you want, but at the end of the day, you'll say, man, that quantum helped me get some money. Yeah, you'll be able to say that at the end of the day. You might not like me for this or that, but at the end of the day, you say, man, that quantum put some money in my pocket, boy. Yes, he did. All right. So everything that we touch has a microcosm or macrocosm of earning money. I just wanted to give y'all a quick overview of what that looked like. I'm gonna drop a link, man. I didn't think I would, but if y'all want to talk, man, I'll drop a link. If y'all don't want to talk, it's all good. I want to give everybody an opportunity to come up here and say something if you want to. So I'm gonna drop a little link right here. Y'all want to jump up here? Come on up here and talk to Quantum, man. Link in chat. Get up here and have something to say. Get up here and let's talk about some money. I'll answer questions. We'll make this. Now we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a Q&A session. If you're in my chat, hit that link. We're going to talk right now about how some of this will work for you. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come on up. If you're there. Guess what? Unanswered questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay? Don't think that whatever you have to say will be stupid, because that's not the case. All right? Link in the chat. Get on up here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go through this chat right fast and see what we got. I got a lot of people that pulled up in there that was looking. Let me see. Fish earlier. My guy Poppin. Red Man Boy. We had some audio issues earlier, but we got it straight. Let's see, Red Man. See, y'all, Red Man Boyd knows what I'm talking. He understands the business. He's a money man. He knows. He's out there in Calabasas. If you're in Calabasas, California, you getting your hands, you wrapping your hands around some money. It's nothing but gated communities out there, in case y'all don't know that. Nothing but athletes and celebrities with a lot of money live in Calabasas. Okay? It is a money city. It's basically a suburb for the wealthy. That's unfortunately Black Mamba lived out there, and he had this tragic accident there. That's where it took his life, in the hills of Calabasas area. That's what happened to him. Yeah, so that's Red Man in Calabasas, chilling. Red Man says, Doc, you signed me the papers. Red Man, funny, man. All right, y'all. Get in the chat. Hey, come on up here, man. If y'all out here, y'all want to talk, let's talk about money. Let's talk about finance. Let's talk about how we can get this stuff rolling. Sometimes this topic can be very overwhelming. I wake up in the morning and I have myself orange juice because it fires my cylinders up. Gets me all ready to rock and roll. Fires up my brain chemicals and all that stuff. Orange juice does it for me. I have me a tall glass of OJ and bang, I'm ready for action. I spring into action like a panther, ready to go. And I'll talk about this stuff all day on calls, all day with the people that I'm dealing with. And it's nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? So we find ways to make all this stuff work. We tie it in together and we try to earn an opportunity for people to make money and to improve their financial situation in their livelihood. That's what we're doing. Okay. We want to give everybody an opportunity to make their money and to help their families. I only showed y'all a smidgen of what we got going on. A smidgen. There's so much more. There are crypto deals. There's livestock. There's livestock feed. There are precious metals. What we're looking to do. We want to be the centerpiece of commerce. We want to be the nucleus that helps power the engine of business globally. Okay, that's what we're looking to do. We're going to put businesses in a position to be businesses on a grand scale. Companies can operate the way that they do with or without us, but we're going to improve their capabilities and their wherewithal as a result of what we can offer them financially and commercially. That's what this is about. And that's how you're going to make money. You can be at a Starbucks and everybody knows that everybody likes Starbucks. And there'll be 200 business people that'll come in and out of there all day long. You can be sitting at the table on your computer on a phone call and you'll be sitting next to a CEO and you won't even know it. You won't even realize it. And you'll overhear a conversation or something they're talking about, and that's when you spring into action. Hey, I was overhearing, the eavesdrop. I overheard you say you're involved in blah, blah, blah. Is that what you guys do? Yeah, we do X, Y, and Z. Boom. Okay. Well, we are always looking to form strategic alliances with entities all over the place. We help companies in a multitude of ways. We help them to improve their assets or improve their ledgers. We help them to earn residual capital. We help them to we compete for their business when it comes to payment processing. Well, we help them in transactions here or there, whatever. You have access to these types of things and you help these entities reach heights that they couldn't reach before. It's all as a result of what you got going on. This is what you do. You want to give these entities the opportunity to see how better that they can be as a result of a relationship with you. You want to give entities an opportunity to see their future, because right now they're probably operating in a system or a situation that's probably clunky, it's probably obsolete or antiquated. We have a light, fresh coat of paint type of thing that we're offering these entities to make them better. And a lot of these entities are used to doing old school business. They do old school operations. We're taking it to another level. We're improving the way they operate. And we're going to do it at a marginal cost of what they've already been paying to do business already. We're going to improve that. Again, if you're with me, you can be a millionaire this year. If you come with me and work with my organization to some degree, you will earn more money than you made this year on your job. I promise you that. We pay better. Like Kevin Spacey told that dude on 21, we pay better. We do. And we give you more opportunities to meet more people. I'm talking about having access to the top of the line events that the average people aren't going to be invited to. We're on another level. Okay. We're talking about dinner on the 61st floor of the Bank of America corporate tower. Been there, done that. Most people you know ain't going to ever get there. Okay? We're talking rooftop dinner, rooftop experience, first class flights, first class private jet, all of that. That's where you want to be. Not standing on the street corner talking smack. You want to be in the air on a private jet. When you land, you're picked up by a car service, greeted with champagne if you drink it and fruit, escorted to your first class 5-star hotel, bags carried by a bellhop, caramel on the pillow, luxury suites, marble floors, fireplace in your suite, vouchers for the dinner in the ballroom, 12-person shower, that type of thing. Escorts, private security, escorting you all over the city in a motorcade, rolling in a Bentley to the place, to the event with a $5,000 suit on. There, like that. That's the life I'm talking about taking you guys to. I'm talking about putting you in a situation where you're going to have ability to live on another level if you want it. If you want that life, we can help you get there. Okay? It's not a game. This is not somebody just talking. This is somebody that can put you in these events, put you in these arenas, put you in these spaces to where you know your voice actually matters and people learn from you. They listen to you and you have something to offer the group of value, not just talking smack. You'll go to these meetings. I've seen people come up in there and they start talking about something. They say, well, who are you and what do you do? If you have nothing of value to offer the group and you sitting there talking sideways about something that really doesn't move the needle of the world's temperature span, if you're just talking about some local stuff, you're not going to be invited to the next event. If you don't even have, look, if your conversation piece isn't even on a certain level, you're not even going to be able to, you're not going to even be available to sit and have a conversation. All right, Red Man, the link's in there, brother, when you're ready. If you ain't having a conversation about what we're talking about, you're not helping people that are moving the world. See, we deal with people who move the world's needle. The stuff we do every day is just after hours. We just have fun after hours. But hey, better believe 8 a.m., 7 a.m., we back on it. We going back to work. We're going to get that bread. We talking to multi-million-dollar organizations with CEOs, CFOs, CTOs. We're talking to global supply chain entities that move billions of dollars worth of global shipment. We're talking to syndicated bank officers, funds managers, asset managers. We're talking to family office managers. We're talking billions of dollars here. We're not talking about me asking you to donate to me or anything like that. I don't care about that. I'm talking about changing your life. Everything else is cool, but if I can't offer you an opportunity to improve your life, what am I on here for? You won't even see me do a live unless it's improvement. Think about it, guys. Every time I do a live, it's some type of improvement. It's some type of empowerment for you. My lives have to actually mean something. It ain't just to come on here and shoot the breeze and talk about nothing. We got plenty spaces for that. Plenty channels you can jump on to do that type of stuff. To get on and shoot the breeze and, you know, talk about meaningless criteria. What we're here to do is to give you an education and to give you access. Okay? Because a lot of people just don't have that, unfortunately, and that's a shame. That's why someone has to do it. Someone has to open up their lives to give you an opportunity to participate and improve. Every live I do is about some type of improvement. Sorry, I don't do a lot of the entertainment stuff, and that's fine. It's cool. I do more realistic, real world, most of your day type of stuff. The stuff that everybody else will do is it's going to be a lot of entertainment on YouTube. You got the prank channels and the sports channels and the movie networks and all that will come on here, but we're not here to do that. We're here to improve your life, okay? Positively. That's what we're here to do. We're not here to shoot the breeze, okay? That's just not what we do. Now, a lot of other guys would do that. That's great. We'll watch it when we got time. But outside of that, if you're not on the phone getting paid, what are you doing? If you don't have a deal, listen, if you on the phone, if you're on these lives and you're watching this YouTube or watching TV or watching movies or something like that, or standing outside or whatever you got going on, if you're not making money while you're doing that, you're losing. Straight up. You need to have a deal in place. And guess what? Everything I've shown you guys today was a way to make money while you were standing around doing nothing. You don't have to be at a punching a time clock or holding a sign and doing all this begging for money or whatever. You have to do none of that. You can actually plug yourself in, meet people, deploy your creative geniuses, deploy your vocal ability, deploy your vocabulary and vernacular, and you can link the people and you can make money by helping them to do what they do. Because we are the resource. We are the source and the resource, and they are a source and the resource. And what we do is just marry all those together to help you guys get your money. Okay? That's what we do here. We talk about self-improvement over on this side. I don't know about everybody else. There's no room for disparaging people here. There's no room to belittle people here. Not one time have we done that, or will we ever do that. This is about improvement. It's about helping people to be better, giving you opportunity and access. That's what this is. I just opened up a little part of my life to help y'all. I generally don't do that, but guess what? Most of the time I get on here and I talk about ways that you can do it, but I never open up my opportunities that I do so I can give you an opportunity to do it. Well, today I did, because I saw an opportunity for what I do to help you. Because a lot of people, they have good intentions, they have good hearts, good minds, good souls, they don't know the way. I can sit here and talk about, this is an idea that you could do, but some people don't have access to even try none of that stuff. So sometimes you got to give people an avenue to potentially deploy an opportunity that you might have for them. And that's what I did. I said, here's an avenue. How about, boom, take this. Use this method to go and plug and play to get your money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. We're talking about how to give you the camaraderie and a true network, a true community. Okay, this isn't the country club or whatever have you. Now we sell into the country club. We offering services to the country club. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got going on here. We're offering services to these entities to help put them in a situation to gain success and to grow. That's what we got going on. That's what we're doing. All right. Simple is simple does. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Y'all go in the chat. Give me some messages in the chat. I don't want to jump off here before Redman jump up here, because Redman have some good stuff to say. Redman be wanting to talk about that good stuff. Where you at, Redman? Get on up in here, brother. Let me see. While we waiting on one of our esteemed guests to hop on the panel, let me see if I can't find something else to show you guys. Hold on a second. Y'all stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. Let me see. I know what I'm gonna do. Let me see. I got something for y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Let's see here. I want to show y'all one more thing. Let me go over here and pull this out. I know what I need to do. Got documents all over the place, y'all. Forgive me for that. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm trying to show y'all something else. Something that's that you need to look at. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, now I just need to find this document. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something. This right here, I'm gonna open this up. See, this right here is another example of one of the commercial trade transactions I was talking about a little bit ago. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all this. So let me do a share screen. Got everybody still here? Oh, Rayman, you backstage? Let me see where.
Yes, sir.
Rayman, what's good, my G? What's happening?
Down here, feet on the ground.
I got you, man. Hey, what you got going on out there on the West Coast, my dear brother? What takes you out there? Not to get into your business, but you can share what you like.
The family shit I was telling you about that one day. Trying to get my boys some better resources.
Okay. You tackling any business opportunities while you out there, brother?
Man, I've been talking to everybody I know about work out here, man. Hey, bro, it ain't nothing but Mexicans out here, bro.
For real?
And nigga, even where I'm at in Calabasas, bro. I've been to Calabasas, Simi Valley, Granada Hills. I went down in Inglewood. I seen SoFi Stadium. Man, I've been everywhere. South Central. Like, that's the only place you see black people, though, bro.
Yeah. That's a fact, bro. It's a reason for that too.
Yeah, I know it's wicked out here, bro.
It's wicked, man.
Demographic is fucked up.
Yeah. It is. Did you happen to get behind the gates over there by chance, brother?
Nah, hell no. It's a whole gated community where I'm at.
I know.
I was riding around. I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna see if I can find Kim Kardashian house or something. Just find somebody." And I went to driving, bro. The houses are within a community, like a gate. Even though the houses are separated, like they ain't as close, like in in other neighborhoods. But the whole section is gated off,
Right.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
It is, man. I've been through there before. Calabasas is a whole different world. It's like everywhere is gated, and it's nothing but money out there.
Hell yeah, oh yeah, bro, man, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm on Parkway right now in Sorrento.
Oh, it's Sorrento. Okay. How long you gonna stay out there for, brother?
Shit, I've been out here for almost 2 weeks already.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've been out here since. Shit. Oh, it's been 2 weeks though.
I was wondering where you was. I ain't seen you on no place. I was like, where Red Man at? We ain't seen her from the brother. I hope you all right. But I'm good to hear your voice, man. Huh?
Yeah, I've been up to Chatsworth, all that shit. I've been all over this place.
You been out there.
And you know what's crazy? I was trying to explain to my lady that Grand Theft Auto game, the way they make that map is exactly how LA really is. It's just bigger than that map, but that's how it is. That big ass loop on the 118 to bring you all the way back to LA.
Yeah, I've driven it many times.
Yeah, but you can keep going up to 101 Ventura, all the way up to Ventura and all that shit. But
yeah,
once you hit 118, that's the loop.
That's the loop. I knew I was in a different place when I was on the freeway. I had just landed in Ontario. Generally I fly out to LAX because it's the ease of access. I can get in and out of there pretty quick. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna start using Ontario. So I flew into Ontario, rented a car, and man, when I got on the freeway, I was gonna drive back in. I had an office at the time in Commerce City, and I had another office. I had two offices there, one in Commerce City and one in Downey. And I said, let me just drive into town. Let me just do it that way. So I hop on the freeway. Man, an old lady. This lady had to have been about 80 something, man. She passed me in a minivan doing like 95. I said, God damn.
Yeah.
I ain't never been passed by an old lady in the minivan, bro. I feel crazy. I said, hey, am I driving slow?
I tell you, everybody complain about the gas price. Like I was telling them, I was like, shit, I'm from the country, bro. You ride these hills out. You go up a hill, when you coming down that motherfucker, just coast.
Right.
Shit, I will coast it everywhere because it ain't nothing but hills up here where I'm at.
Facts, man. Facts,
Bro, I went up a mountain yesterday, bro. The fucking Google Maps took me up a mountain, bro. Like, the shit was crazy. I was like, man, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm thinking the shit done. Man, bro, I come all the way down the mountain. I was like, hell yeah, that was cool. I went from I was on Topanga Canyon Road or some shit, and it took me all the way to Simi Valley.
Yeah. Did you what other parts of LA did you go to? Like, did you go into the downtown area? Or were you just pretty much in the outskirts?
Yeah, I went down there to, like I said, South Central. Like the second day I was here in Inglewood and shit.
Oh, you were down there by the beach?
Yeah. I passed SoFi Stadium, all that.
Oh snap, man. Okay, is it nice? I've never seen it.
Hell, man, it's huge, bro.
Wow.
And they got security working out there, shit, around the clock.
Oh yeah,
there's people out there riding around and shit on golf carts and stuff.
Yeah. The building, that's because the building itself is a multi-billion-dollar building. They ain't gonna let you out there and vandalize it, spray paint, and all this weird stuff people like to do at night. They're not gonna let you do that.
Yeah, it's probably about a half a mile off the road right there though to get off in there. It ain't just right up there. It's sit back off in there.
Now let me ask you something. Is it gated off to some degree for private access, or do you have to like go through a checkpoint or something to get onto the ground?
Just from what I've seen, you just turn off in there, bro. It's got a long ass driveway to get off in there.
Yeah, it's probably manned by security.
Yeah, I was passing it, so yeah, but yeah, like I said, I seen the golf carts and people riding around and shit, so they there. But they probably doing concerts and everything else there and all kind of jazz.
Yeah, they probably gearing up for some events or whatever have you. Sound like that's what it is. Yeah,
it's nice to be out here though, get away from that Texas heat, but this heat ain't shit.
Yeah, it's mild.
Yeah, this right here gravy, man.
Fact.
It's 57 degrees in the morning.
Yeah,
it's like that over there. Yeah, I figured on the East Coast it's like that.
It is right now. It's cool outside. It's 73 here right now, and
no
humidity. Oh, it's gorgeous, man. It feels so good. Last night it was probably in the high 50s or whatever. It's cold. I had to put on a sweatshirt.
Shit, I told my old lady, I ain't traveling back to the West Coast. I'm going East Coast and up to New York.
There you go.
I done seen enough of this shit.
Where you think you'll hit first when you touch down out east?
I'm going to Carolina. Shit. I was telling Unc that, man. I'm going to try to get down there to a game and shit. Hopefully next year, shit, money get back right.
There you go. Yeah, hook up with the people when you get here, man. Even him, hook up with that brother. I mean, it's good people out here.
Hey, I come to the gym with a robe on, with a mask on my face, coming there and start fighting people.
Hey, you know what that remind me of when you said that, man? Hey, do you watch Destroying?
Destroying, yeah. Yeah, that dude crazy.
You see those events he had where he have the wide receiver DB competitions?
I ain't seen one of those.
Oh, he got a whole bunch of them. He got about 50 of them on there. Like
last time I seen him, he was kicking the football and shit, wasn't he?
Yeah. He does that too. But no, these are just events that he'll have in certain cities. He'll go to a certain city and have a DB wide receiver competition. And like he'll put like 50 racks on the table. So whoever wins the competition wins the money. So they'll go against each other. Like the DB have to line up against all these receivers. And he'll have some of them come out there with a mask on. And they be like mossing everybody. They be trying to figure out who is the crowd be going crazy. Who is this dude? And at the end of the competition, that person would win. And they'd put a mask off and it's Justin Jefferson. Or somebody from the
damn, bring a pro out there on their ass.
Yeah, and they don't know.
I ain't no pro. Hell no. I can't fight that. I can fight. I can't do all that other shit.
That's funny. Like Nacho Libre.
Yeah, I can just stand around. That's it. Yeah, I ain't trying to beat on the live though, man. But I'm serious about trying to get in on this shit, man.
Let's unpack a second. Hey, if you got a jet, I know. I just want to make sure you good and you got an opportunity to get off your chest what you thought and what was on your mind about the opportunities that I'm pulling out. So
yeah, that sounds good, honestly.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, man. I want to give everybody who's interested, who has a personality that can dialogue and network with people and to appreciate yourself with people, an opportunity to advance your life. And this, to me, is one of the easiest ways to do it. It's just by having good dialogue.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's dialogue being at the right place at the right time with the right people.
Facts. And you know what? If you know how to dialogue, you get invited to places like that, invited to different opportunities and so forth. You're around mixers and galas and stuff like that. You can go in there and talk to people about what they do. And hey, man, I'm going to give contracts to people. I'm looking to have at least 5,000 global representatives. That's what I'm going to do. Because opportunities, the opportunities are endless. There's not one entity or one industry that I can't connect to because I know somebody in pretty much every major industry.
The main thing that I just, talk to you about would be, I guess, how finding those places and getting it set up, like say that, I know it ain't a certain target audience because it sounds is more broader than that, but still, like, what am I looking for to engage to make that happen? Close a sale out, whatever it is.
Okay. I'm gonna give you
like what I do. Like right now, the hotel I'm staying at, could I go in here and offer them the payment system thing that you're talking about?
That's what I was just about to go there. See, that's why I know your mind is right, bro. Listen here. You can go to any merchant. It's better if you get the bigger ones that have multiple locations because the more they process, the more you make.
Yeah, this is a Hilton, bro. I'm staying at the Hilton up here.
Hey, all you have to do is go and get the number to the sales director or just sit down, have a quick setup, say, hey, I just want to talk to you guys about, how you're processing your payments or whatever. Like my entity is a global entity. So whoever they're using, I'm automatic competition with who they are. I compete with all of them. So they have no one they're dealing with that are bigger than the people I got. So if they think, well, this is some guy that's just offering us, no, you have a very large organization behind you, my friend. So if you go to them and you say, hey, man, listen, I'll give you the play-by-play. You walk in there and say, is your sales director available? So you got to know what to ask for.
That's what I'm about to ask right now.
There you go. Ask for that sales director. And get his card or get his contact information. And then you let him know, hey, I want to talk to you about your payment operation. Like, how are you guys, who are you working with? The process, yes. Because they're working with some payment processor. They are. They're going to be doing it either through a bank, which is extremely risky for a corporation because if the bank shut them down, they out of business. Or they're going to work with a payment processing entity that gives them a very high threshold.
I'm about to ask right now.
Go ahead. Ask him now who their sales director is. Who's your sales director?
That's what I'm about to ask right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Eric.
And
who's your sales director?
Ooh, look at him. Business on standby.
Is that the guy with the Mercedes and shit? Got his number?
Johnson.
Yeah, I need to talk to Mr. Johnson.
Look at Red Man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right. I got it.
Hey, you got it, Red Man?
I got the card, baby.
I told you. It's that easy. Look. This is the first time I've talked to a person on live that had the balls to go up and ask for that. Right there on the spot. Boom.
Shit, I ain't fucking around.
Hey, bro, Red Man, you will be making money while you're asleep in their hotel.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm about to give him a call in the morning. Because it's Sunday, I know. Yeah, it's Sunday.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
If you want me to jump on the call with you, call me and patch me and three-way me. And I got you.
I bet. Hell yeah, we'll do that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and hey, it's a simple pitch. You ask them questions about who they work. You know, I'll show you how it works. It's a very, very open-ended type of conversation that's going to have direct points of emphasis. So he's going to be thinking about, how can you improve our business model? How can you make it easier and more structured and structurally sound for our entity? And that's what I'm going to do. I attack that, bro. Just by offering a payment gateway that's 100,000% secure and gives them the ability to expand their palette and not get shut down by somebody doing something stupid or their bank just raising fees. Because see, everyone wants a better payment processor and they don't want to pay crazy costs for it. And you should
Exactly. Because they already losing a lot of money on taxes and shit like that up here.
So I'm trying to tell you.
And the dude I was talking to, the one that gave me the number, bro, I came down here 2 years ago and I stayed in the same hotel. Me and him, you know, got cool and shit, bro. He hooked me up with free breakfast every morning, all that shit.
There you go.
All I do is pay for my stay shit, but I be eating big breakfast and shit. Me and him cool shit. I be helping him do shit around the hotel. I ain't doing shit. I pick up some trash. Whatever that nigga, whatever he doing, I'll jump in and help him shit.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no sucker, bro. All right, so even for the Hilton though, you think that got
What
action on? I'm saying it's the Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah.
So even all right, cool.
See, and I'm gonna tell you why, Red Man. Hilton is an international brand, right? In and of itself.
Right.
But there are also subsidiary entities that would have contracts to open their own Hilton under the Hilton. It's like a franchise almost. They got corporate locations.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, franchises and stuff.
Franchises.
Every place is different.
Every place is different. So
every owner is different.
Every owner may be different. They just gotta pay to use the banner, kind of like McDonald's.
Yeah, you paying to use their services, but if you can find something different, they can come up out of it and go a different route. But they still they still in the same. Yeah, Hilton is Hilton, but like you say, franchise and stuff work off of different things.
Correct.
That's why some Hiltons got different shit. Yeah, and some Holiday Inns got different shit than the other Holiday Inn, and vice versa.
Right. That's what I'm saying. See, and the reason this works is because think about it. You can go and find, like, let's say, for instance, a mom and pop hotel that might not have the size of another size hotel, but they may be doing more volume than some of these places, or not as much volume. The key is, even if it's a franchise, the fact that everybody knows who the Hilton is, they're going to stay there because of the brand.
Yep.
But it may be owned by a private person and not the actual Hilton Corporation itself. May not be operating that hotel. They may be basically just giving them the opportunity to come in and use the banner and pay to use the banner. So they may own and operate multiple hotels, that one entity under that banner. So guess what? They're going to be processing credit card transactions all day, every day. And you know that 7 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
So what you're doing is giving them a better payment gateway to protect what they got going on. And when you give them that gateway, we're going to compete with who they're banking with. Whoever their gateway is through now, we're going to beat their costs. We're going to beat everything about it. We're going to move them over to us and we're going to sign them. And once we sign them, we get a percentage of all those sales, and then so do you. And you get that for the life of the contract, my brother. The life of the contract.
So yeah, I like this better than this is better than the insurance. How when you sell insurance and then you get the residuals and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah. No,
it's like that on crack.
on crack. And you get and look, this applies to hotels, convenience stores, gas stations, burger chains, tacos.
Oh, bro, I'm about to be busy around this motherfucking.
Look, man, look. You will do way better doing that because you start making money when you sleep. Because guess what?
Yeah.
Hotel
As soon as the
people check in.
contract dries.
That's right. You get money.
Yeah.
Hotel people check in hotels 24/7. People buy food from McDonald's 24/7. A McDonald's, same situation. You might have a guy. I know of a guy that owned 45 McDonald's and 13 Burger Kings, but he can process his payments through who he wants. He don't have to use McDonald's as people. He can say, I'm going to go with this entity because it's his company. It's his business. So guess what? If you sign him up, he's running all his payments processing through there. That's another percentage for you right in your pocket.
What do you think they spending? Because, that's a trip. Me and you, we talked about that last time. I was talking about payment systems and shit.
Yep.
But, yeah, I know they spending a percentage of, like you say, because they probably doing it with a bank.
They are. Yeah, they're probably paying 3 to 5% with their bank, somewhere around in there, maybe a little bit more. That's what my bank was charging me when I had it.
That's what I was thinking.
But here's what's crazy though, Redman. The bank will just shut you down because they don't like the size of it. I did a transaction one time, $5,000. They closed my merchant account just because I did $5,000. I'm like, what? They said,
because they don't have the money at the bank. They be using everybody's money and shit.
That's
just some weird shit.
Happened. Yes, the bank said the threshold was too high. No, the threshold was too low and the charge off was too high. I'm like, but I've done 35 transactions in the past 30 days. What's the problem? Well, that entity can't cover that transfer, so we got to just close the account because it's too risky. I'm like, risky? Risky how? Well, you might have a charge back. I'm gonna have a charge back. They've already used the service. There's no way to charge that back. Well, it's still risky for the bank. I'm like, come on, man. So my partners came to me and said, look, we finally opened our payment gateway. We're taking out PayPal and all. Even PayPal can't compete with what we got because they only do a certain volume. Like you capped at like 25K transaction limit every transaction. So you can only do 25K a day before they'll freeze you out. But what we got going on, you can do $1 million a day or $2 million a day. And you won't get shut down by our bank. They won't close your account. So that's because my guys, between us, they own the bank. You follow me? So I
hear you, Quanah. I just got back in the room with my little boy. He being loud, so I just.
Oh, you good? You good, brother? You good? But hey, brother, this is an opportunity for you, man. I wanted to at least give someone that understood what we were talking about an opportunity to get in and get their bread. This is for you. If you want to jump in and get your hands on that, I'll open it up for you. I'll once I sign everything, I'll get the right package for you and set everything up. It'll take me a few days to line it all up for you. But I'll give you an opportunity. You can start pre-selling now if you want.
Yeah, like I said, I'm calling that guy. I just need to know more what to say to him,
Facts. What to say, and that's simple. We can eventually, like I said, more so importantly, we'll be talking to him about some of the key aspects of the operation and why it's beneficial for him to deal with us. We'll do it. What up, Trucker 49? What's good with you, man? Where you been? Truck in the chat. Yeah, man. So this opportunity, like I said, will give you the ability to meet more people. And guess what? You're going to get referrals too, Redman.
I bet.
They're going to pass you to other people that want to jump in and get their hands on some of that. They're going to say, oh,
I already knew that. I was going to say that. Like, if this Hilton signed up, they'd be like, shit. Me and my boy got another one down the way, or whatever the fuck.
That's right. Hey, Trucker, we making money. See, watch this, right? Let me throw this at Trucker. Trucker, check it out. What it is, see, you move around the country a lot in your rigs. So if you think about it, Trucker, if you do, now I'm gonna show you what we got going on, Trucker. So this is for you and guys like you and Redman. Redman is actually traveling out to California right now. He's on some other business he's taking care of. So what it is two of my buddies actually own a payment gateway, a payment processing entity, a gateway system. It's kind of like the same as PayPal or whatever. It's kind of like that, but it's way better and it's way more secure. So basically what I'm doing is I'm offering opportunity to people who want to get in and make money while they sleep. So basically, if you go out and secure merchant contracts, I'm just starting small with people. Redman's looking at hotel chains. He want to go out and talk to people that own hotels. entities that have a franchise or something like that. They may own 6 of the Hilton hotel chains, and they processing transactions in their sleep. They're doing 24/7 selling rooms all day and all night. So all these entities actually have a payment processor that handles all the credit card payments. Sometimes they use a bank, sometimes they use like a Square or a PayPal or some off-take entity that's going to provide their service. But we're bigger and better and stronger than them. So at the end of the day, the stuff that we'll be able to offer these entities, I want to compete for that business, whoever's providing that service for these hotels, restaurants, truck stops, gas stations, convenience stores, truckers. See, that right there is where you would come in. So let's say, for instance, brother, you drive in a rig and you pull up at a Love's or a Buc-ee's or something like that, or a Pilot gas station or a truck stop. You walk in there and say, hey, who's your national sales director? I want to talk to them about an opportunity that I got in mind for the entity to help improve your financial structuring for your company. They're going to say, what do you mean? Well, you get the entity's information, you get the sales director information, and we do a call. And basically what we'll tell them is, hey, we know you process Snicker bars at 3 a.m. and you do Gatorades, and you sell chips, gas, anything you sell at that truck stop. It's not necessarily, well, we have an investment fund, trucker. That's not that. We already covered that earlier. You probably wasn't in here yet. But yeah, we do have an investment fund too. But we can get into that a little bit down the road. But what we're talking about right this very moment is the opportunity to bring on merchants that have that accept credit cards payments for their business model. What we're doing is offering the same service, but at a higher rate and a cheaper rate than the banks. And it's safer because the banks will shut your account down sometimes if you process too much too soon. They'll say it's risky and they'll close your account. So then that business is now scrambling to find another entity that can provide that service for them, and they're like losing their mind. So that's where we come in. So we're gonna offer. Quantum. Yeah, go ahead, Brett, man.
All right, so the firm, right, that's offering this, is it like a bunch of like shareholders, or how's that?
No, it's a okay. So here's the deal: the guy that actually created it,
all right,
he was processing payments for casinos. That's how he got into the business years and years ago, and he noticed that the casinos were having all types of issues clearing their payments. So they would like process an X amount of dollar every day, and then most of their money would get held up by the bank. The bank says, "Oh, it's risky," or "Oh, we gotta check this money," and they're just using it obviously to do what they do. But then they would clear it 3, 4, 5 days later. So they were like, "Man, we don't have access to our earnings." They're pissed. So they've always been looking for ways to bypass the banks. Well, our entity is an offshore bank that has access to Dubai and places like that back everything that they do. And so the entity is owned by a group of people, but 2 of the guys that actually own the bulk of the shares are good friends of mine. They own the company pretty much outright, and they got people that buy in privately for, they'll invest a little bit here and there. But these 2 guys, they process about $150 million a week in transfers.
God damn. So about what?
Yeah.
$1 billion a year?
Yeah.
Not $1 billion.
No,
not $1 billion, about 500 billion.
500 million a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is because they have big contracts, though. We're talking global companies.
That's pretty good, though, for a firm.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, and also the reason why, like you said, with the holds with the bank, the reason why they do the holds, because everything ain't settling, and then shit won't settle because the money not there yet.
Exactly.
That's the main reason why.
That's it. And the banks they know that, but they'll take the digital payment in lieu of the money being settled, and they'll use that digital payment as a way to gear up their bank's balance sheet. And that's why they put the hold, because they can use it. Yeah.
I was just about to say that, Quantum. I was just about to bring the balance sheet up. I was about to say, like, it's funny. I was going to bring that up. It's funny. I don't see why, which I know it's coming, but
yeah.
When companies, once they start actually having a software or whatever we talking about that'll settle their payments quicker, they can update their bank statements a lot faster.
Facts.
They can stay in real time. They don't have to wait till the end of the month or every 2 weeks update
Red, man.
update their ledgers.
Facts. You know exactly what you're talking about. See, that's what I'm saying. If you offer these entities an opportunity to settle their payments on their books faster, that means they get use of their capital faster.
Yeah, and they can invest their money quicker or whatever they need to do with the money.
They can reinvest their money and they can close more deals because they have access to their money. So if you think about it, you're taking a company from, let's say, 13 days of having access to their money to 31 days to have access to their money. If you think about it. Because
exactly.
Every time you close one deal, they may hold your money up for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of these companies and places that owns any business, they got multiple properties. They got a lot more shit going on than just that one place. And they got so that means they got money flowing everywhere.
They do.
And they still waiting for it, like you say, everywhere. They waiting for it. They got it, but they waiting on it.
They got it, but they waiting on it. And guess what happens when that happens? If they don't have access to their money, somebody else is getting that deal.
Yep.
They're losing money. See, that's the sale point right there. That's why we're having this conversation, Redman, because when you talk to people, you'll understand where we're going with this. When you speak to people, what you're truly telling them is we are mitigating the time parameter also to help keep money in your pocket and you having access control to your money. Like, why should a bank dictate how your money moves?
Yep.
They're not your business partner. Like, why do they have access to your money?
Yeah, they're not gonna have your money anyway. They do that fractional banking, most of them anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's fractional banking, man. They don't have anything.
And that's why, I was telling people I was tripping. I was kind of ahead of my time, though, bro. I was telling people about in 2022. I was like, man, stop putting your money in the bank.
Yeah.
Which they didn't understand what I was meaning by that. Like, yeah, you need a bank account, but just don't leave your money in the bank. Because, like, now you go to the bank, you got a daily limit that you can draw out. And if you do draw out an X amount of money, they be like, oh, we can have the money here in the morning. Or shit like that, or you know what I'm saying, depending on where you're located at. Now, if you're in a city like, down here in California, you might can get that money today. They be like, well, it'll be an hour, we'll have the people bring it, or whatever, but you still don't get it when you want it. And it's your fucking money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, shit, I don't fuck with the banks. And I was thinking, market's gonna do this, do that, and all that shit before that election came up.
Right.
And which now the markets are about they're still fucked up. So ain't nothing really changed. Ain't nothing really changed. No,
the only way around this, Redman, is what you just said. You have to not only be you don't want to be reliant upon the banks.
Nah.
Right? You don't want to be reliant upon the bank. What you want to have an alternative that's stronger than what the banks offer so that you're not log jam with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't holding the bag.
Nah, you ain't holding no bag. Hey, you
I was trying to tell somebody that, because even let's say these places, they already got the money, they're rich, they got the money, and something bad did happen, right? If something bad happened and everybody's losing money, depending on how good your shit is set up, it depends on how much money you lose. You know what I'm saying? So if you set up in a good way, you won't be hurt like everybody else will be hurt. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting here waiting around for their money that they got, that they can't get access to. And so that separates a lot of that shit. Yeah, that's business. That's business, Redman. Yeah, that's business.
That's your business. That's business to you. Is
how
absolutely right.
How quick can you get your liquidity and not be relying, like you said, on the bank or wherever else your money's coming from?
Correct. Hey, Trucker, I don't have a website on this because my guys just went live with this with the payment gateway last week. So it's a new gateway. Although they had they've been using the other gateway, but they didn't own that. But they were just working for the entity. They said, we're going to set up our own gateway and do our own thing. They have been building it for about 5 years. It took 5 years to come up with everything to put it in place. So
I'd like to know the name of it too, whenever you get it all set up.
Oh yeah. I got you. Trust me. You guys are gonna have access to it. Trucker.
Because what I was telling when we talked last time, this is exactly what I was talking about with that cryptocurrency shit. And that's still in play because, you know, the government, they got, it's called the ISO 2202 or some shit. It's a compliance that they're going to start using some of these utility cryptos for the same thing we're talking about. For the same thing.
Right. Well, you have access to what these entities want to have access to now. And this is how these entities will work around you to keep you out of the fold. See, because the thing about it is, man, this is an unseen business, to be totally honest with you. This is a business model that people can't see, but you know it exists. You just can't see it. Like when you walk in McDonald's or Wendy's or a gas station or a hotel or any place that takes credit cards, you can't see any of the digitization that's happening with the use of that card. You just know it's going to pay for your food and you want to get the food so you can leave. You don't really care how the processing is going, but that business owner does. And they want that money to go to a place where they can actually access it quickly. But here's the thing. A lot of them are using Square and all these Square and PayPal and what's the other one? Stripe. But they still don't have access to those funds immediately. They still have to wait for it to clear.
Everything got to
clear. Everything got to clear. But there are constraints on that could affect your operation to some degree if it's not the proper way for it to clear with timing.
Well, depending on, like you said, how fast that owner wants his money and how much he's spending for the service he got now. That's all it is. That's really the only two factors outside of that. But no, Trucker, it's not like Uphold at all. It's a payment processor. Will be like, it's the money system that's involved in the business, that from customers buying, from the business itself buying from its distributors, everything that's on the balance sheet within that business, there's a processing system for that to keep track of the business's books and all the money that flows through that business, whether it's in or out. And it keeps out everything. And at the end of the day, you know, that's how you determine, you know, overhead and the profits, you know, all that good stuff.
You got it. You answered that properly.
Yeah.
You answered that properly, Redman. Yeah, Trucker, it's basically there's a flow of capital that has to go in designated methodology so that the business owner doesn't suffer during the midst of waiting for that fund to credit where they need it to credit. Because see, the banks will hold that money. And see, here's the deal. Even though they don't give access to those funds to the actual owner of the money, the banks can hold it and they can still process use of it. Even if you don't get to use it, they get to use it. And the companies are seeing this. They're like, man, okay, here's an example. A friend of mine Thursday, he got like a $63 million transfer to one of his business accounts for a deal he did. But the bank created a whole reason to hold this money. We couldn't figure out, like, oh yeah, they on that bull crap. JP Morgan. And then what ended up happening was they held this dude $63.5 or whatever $1 million. They gave him all the runarounds excuses because they said, oh, it's an escrow. The escrow said we can't release it because this and that, blah, blah, blah. So he called me, he's like, hey man, what can I do? So I told him what to do. I said, get your attorney involved. Call your attorney and tell your attorney to have them to release your money, or you're going to bring lawsuit and you're going to charge them a fee for every day that they're holding up your funds, because they said, oh, it's got to clear and we got to pass AML and blah, blah, blah. No, you guys are just trying to hold that money. Well, we looked at the date. Obviously, the first was 2 days ago. They were trying to hold the money to clear their balance sheets after the first. So when the attorney called and told them, if we don't have that money released by Monday plus interest, we're going to put a lawsuit on you for the money that you held up and cost my client 2 days of the use of his money. And and that's what I told him. I said, see, this is exactly why you want to be with an entity like ours, because if you don't, banks are going to always pull this on you. They're going to hold your money all week long, and especially if it's at the end of the closing cycle. Yeah. Total BS, man. And so if you don't have control over your balance sheets and your money, where it's going to flow to your balance sheet, the banks are going to use it all day. So what I'm saying is the opportunity, even on the basic scale that I'm offering everybody. Hey, I want to show y'all something too. Hold on, since I got you up here, Red, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna go to my screen 1 second. Let me go to my share screen. This is something else off the topic of the payment process, and that's something real fast that you guys can get involved in and make money while you sleep forever, for as long as we got the contract. But I'm gonna show y'all something else. Let me show y'all something. Check this out. Let me show y'all this right here. This right here. Watch this. Boom. If y'all can see this, this right here is a sugar transaction that I got. Told y'all, this is for 25,000 metric tons of sugar that's sitting in a warehouse in Miami. Y'all see that? This is what we call an OTG, or on the ground transaction in the Everglades where the stuff is located. You see the price of this sugar is $970 per metric ton. If we got 25,000 metric tons, multiply that by 970 and tell me what that number is. That's how much that sugar will sell for. And I got people trying to buy it. But the thing is, you want to get this 970 as low as possible, because that's the margin from the entity that would buy it versus what you would sell it to the end guy for. And the end guys, they don't want to go through the registration and the naturalization process. So this number, they want it to be around $875. They want this about $100 cheaper, but that's all negotiable if you can do it. So as you can see, these are the offers that I get. This sugar, we got sugar that was made in the United States. If you see that, see this? This right here will sell. I got a lady that buys and sells for bakery companies, bakery and candy companies in the United States. They buy all the sugar in bulk. They buy the whole thing. So these are other opportunities. So let's say, for instance, you talking to somebody out there and they're looking to buy the sugar for their company or their corporation. You'll get a percentage of that 970 times $25,000 figure, whatever that comes out to be. You'll get an intermediary commission. I got a lot of ways for you to make money. This is just the procedure right here of how they go about the transaction. You got 1 through 11 steps on what they have to do to get this sugar, which is easy. But this is another opportunity. I have probably a dozen or so opportunities that I can plug you guys into. It depends on who you know. So this is why, like Redman, you got to get out there and start talking to people. You got to get out there and start meeting people and formulating relationships, man. The more you talk to people, the more opportunities that you're going to get through us, because we can pretty much connect to any business model. Because at the worst case scenario, if you're talking to anybody that's in business, they're processing payments. They're getting credit cards. You already know that, or else you're not in business. So you have to be charging a fee for your services. And guess what? Worst case I can give you an opportunity in is giving you a payment processing contract where you making a spread of what they get or what they charge. They charge a credit card, boom, we get a fee for that. See what I'm saying? Let's see what Trucker said. Trucker said, Quantum, I can lock your link in with the shadow. Oh, there you go. Hey, Trucker, what is the amount of funds your investor likes to play around with? Watch, I'm about to show you how we do. I'm about to make a deal right now with Trucker. Watch this. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Trucker, tell me, what type of number do you think your shadow investor like to work with in terms of his available capital? Give me a figure that he can invest today, and I'll put him into a deal that would make him the most money for the most amount of and the maximum return. So, just give me a number, brother. What is that? What's that number look like? 500K, a million, 200K? What are we talking about? Because I'll put together a deal for him on this live right now, and I'll show you how I do it. And that way you can go back to whoever that investor is and you can tell them what we got going on and how we can plug that fund. I got a crypto deal. Let me show y'all something. Hold on a minute. I got crypto all day long. Hold up a second. I'm gonna show y'all something right quick. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Hold up. Y'all stay with me for a second. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. So this right here I'm about to link and show you on my screen on this one. This is a crypto transaction. One of many. Let me see. Share the screen here for y'all. All right, y'all gonna like this. Watch this. This is one of the crypto deals right here. See that? This is just one of the coins that was brought to me that we have and also one of my other friends owns a crypto exchange, by the way, out of Dubai. So they process crypto all day and all night. And I can buy crypto, sell crypto over there, and I do all the different types of crypto that are available on all the blockchains. So if you think about it, if you look at this right here just shows you the volume of what these coins are going at for the person that own it. There's Ethereum right there. That coin CPTLX, that's one of the coins. See, there's BNB, there's a Bitcoin right there. You see what these things are going at, man? This is what some of the people that I'm working with got in their possession. They got coin left and right. So we grabbing this stuff. Look at that Binance right there. Look at that. Look at these numbers you can't even fathom with. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, get out of Binance while you can.
Binance is dropping because look at the value of it. What's that? 1084. It's getting hit. But see, that's the thing. I got one of my crypto guys. They buy this stuff for the leverage capability. They don't care about the value. They want to get it to.
They use it for loans and shit from the bank.
There you go. Hey, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, them niggas. Yeah, I got you. That's why I be trying to tell people, bro. If you do that, you don't have no taxes and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going crazy. You know what is going on.
I know exactly how it works.
You know the game. Look at this. I want to show y'all right here. This is what the coin looks like right here. Look at this coin. These are the payouts after we move just a figment of a fraction coin that we were working with. We were working with USDT.Zs. And my people buying these right now. Crazy.
Oh, so that's right now. Yeah, stable coins, Tether.
Yeah, but we getting the .Zs though, Redman. You see that right here?
Yeah, what's the Z? Yeah, what is that?
Okay, so it's what the Z is a flash. It's basically they use it's like a block funds of the coin. So it's not the actual coin. It is the coin, but it's not like you moving the full stable coin. It's not a 1-to-1. It's more like a 1 to 0.5. 0.05, I mean. So what it is they can flash that value and they increase that value by the flash, and the entities that I work with actually buy that flash because they can do what you just said. They can use it in their banking enterprise for leverage. So they're buying it right now. Crazy. The lady just bought $100 million, 100 million coin yesterday. Look at this. He was buying this stuff like crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. Though. You know what? You the first person. I knew they was doing that shit, but you the first person to besides a couple that I actually know to tell me that shit. But I knew they was doing that, and because you see the SEC, they actually they rapping down on that shit. But you see how they still want the stable coins, so and that's the reason why everybody's getting rich off of this shit, bro. Even if you ain't got a bunch of now, I wish I would have waited to do some shit I did, but oh my goodness. Yeah, just to leverage yourself, man, you can be rich. And you can be rich overnight. Yeah. If a nigga got money right now, you can get rich fucking around like that right now.
My guy's buying it as we speak. He didn't call me 10 times today trying to buy. He said, hey man, you got some coin? Let's go. I said, man, I can't. It's hard to find the people that we had a guy last night. Believe it or not, we had a deal. Actually, wasn't a guy, it was a lady. And she was supposed to be ready to move this coin, but come to find out, she only had a certain amount of it. You see, this was a completed one right here. But the thing about it was she didn't have enough. We needed 13 to 18 digits in front of the decimal point. She only had 9. And we're like, come on, man, we need more coin. Because each digit represents a block of money for that flash. right? So that's how that went.
Why not just the? Yeah, I'm about to say they go Tether. Yeah, why not just the regular stable coin? Why use the Z?
Well, the Z is what the exchanges are using to create the leverage, because it doesn't. So they're using the Z.
Yeah, so regular people won't have access to that anyway. That's why I ain't never seen it.
No, exactly. You got to go through a guy like me to get that.
You got to have a license and shit. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yep. You got to have access to these coins. You can't just call up and give me some of that .Z.
Yeah, cause niggas out here on the street, boy, motherfucker with no money get rich off of that shit, man. But they don't have nowhere to offload it though. That's the problem.
Like a mother, you get
it'd be hard
like
for them to offload it.
Hey man, that's what ends up happening to you when you can't see it, you know. And hey, I'm saying, you see this right here. This is one of the wallets, man. That .Z. That's a receiving wallet right there on the Binance. So if you look at it, let me show you something. Look at this right here. This is one of the USDTs that we had. Look at it. Look how much this person had. See that number? Highlighted. That's how much coin that this entity that I know had, and we were like trying to get them. Okay, move some of this stuff. That's so we can pay. But you count these digits in front of the decimal point: 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. That was a good number, but the person just we said, okay, we need you to send 100 coin test, and them jokers were like, well, I don't want to lose my coin. Like, brother, it's a small portion of the coin. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, well, we're like, man, that ain't the same thing. If we told you to move this USDT itself, now that's a different story. You actually, if we said move 100 million of this, you moving $100 million. That's a totally different thing. So that's your difference right there, to be totally honest with you. So we're doing those deals right there too, Redman. We're trying to grab coin, stable coin, all that stuff. We're getting the Flash. Any representation of that, we're trying to get our hands on it, like right now. And we look, my guy will buy all of it. If you got anyone that's got a stable coin, my guy will buy every single piece of it right this minute. I can call him up right now, and he'll buy all that coin. All of it. But so you guys have seen a lot of what I got my hands on tonight. I just wanted to share the opportunities to make money with me. This is where I'm plugged in at. Redman, you already know. If you're a serious person and you want to put your hands on some real money, if you got cash, hey, woo, I got something else. But I ain't gonna really talk about it on here. Let's just say,
Quantum, can I call you personally here soon, and we can see what I need to tell this guy when I talk to him tomorrow?
Sure, absolutely. Call me.
All right, cool. Cause I'm trying to figure out what to tell this motherfucker to hit him over the head.
There you go. Hey, it's gonna be very, very easy, Redman. All you trying to do is just get him wet. After that, I'll take it over. After that, you get him wet for me, and then make sure he's interested, and I'll call him back. Set the deal up, close it. Simple.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Hey, I got another one. 15K. I got another 15K situation. I got a friend that owns his own exchange, another exchange where I get into that. If you want to turn 15K into a ridiculous situation for you, let me know. If you got your hands on 15K, let me know. Everybody out there, I got something hot, and it's sound. It will blow your mind if we had a conversation about. I'm only going to talk to you if you got 15K, my good people. Let me know, and we will have a private discussion about what that yields. But it's going to be well more than what you can imagine. It's going to yield based on what I got in my pocket. That's going to turn that. And you're talking about a 5-day turnaround.
Boy.
Hey, Redman, remind me to tell you about that. You probably gonna like that on top of everything.
Like all of it. I like the main thing doing with these businesses in this process.
Yeah. See, that's a long-term play.
Well, that's something, nigga. You can. I'm saying you can stop at every store you pass by. Shit.
That's what I'm telling you. It's unlimited potential.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And
Unlimited
like you say, most of these places, especially for like, I'd say not mom and pop, but actually like independent owned or maybe like group owned, a small group that's not like too big for their britches yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shit like that. Instead of like corporate, instead of the corporate businesses. But either way, if it works, it works.
Got your mind on right, Red Man. You can see, it really depends. The company size ain't really the issue. It's how much volume that they process where you can make your money.
Oh, I know. This place right here sold out every night. So I'm definitely gonna try to holler at that motherfucker.
See, and you understand now why that opportunity would be a very, very good one. Because if they're sold out every night, that means they're processing that much in transactions.
Yep. In and out.
That much,
and the thing about them, the thing about them, they don't have certain, like say, certain businesses got different risk, and you know.
Yes.
Yeah, this right here is a more sound investment for the person that actually owns the business than a convenience store or shit like that.
Right.
It's a no problem. The customers you have here are really it's slim to have problems unless, you know, just the place ain't upkept right and shit's fucked up. Right. Other than that, motherfuckers just coming, sleeping, and fucking and going.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna let my phone charge, bro. I'm gonna let my phone charge. I'm gonna call you back. I don't. What time is it there?
8:30.
All right, so you 3 hours ahead of me. All right.
I'll be up for.
All right, I keep that in mind, bro. I'm trying to be considerate when I call you.
Hey man, you good, man? Just hit me. I'll be up for a little while longer. I'll be up to about 11, 12. That's good. Just hit me if you got time.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna give you this guy's name and shit too. So.
All right. Cool.
All right,
cool, man. All right, Red Man. Be good, safe out there, bro.
I will.
All right, dog. Take it easy. Yeah, y'all. In case y'all heard Red Man is he's real. Red Man, I just opened the opportunity to everybody on this live. I haven't even spoken to anybody about it yet. It was just on my heart to offer this. I said, you know what? I need to get everybody involved. I want to see everybody be prosperous. So I jumped it off on the live. Like, look, this is something that I'm just launching it like now. And I decided to talk a little bit about it. And Red Man pops up. He's like, yeah, I like that. And you know what Red Man did? If you didn't hear, he walked right up to the front desk and started sales right there. He's like, look, I need to talk to the sales director. Like, who's your sales director? Red Man walked up in there and trying to make a sale today. And I just offered it today. I'm like, dang. Red Man went in there to handle business. He is not playing. Red Man said, I'm going to show y'all how to get this money. And like I said, everybody, I have many ways to skin a cat. I got many ways to create opportunities with me. But the ones I gave you all were just pretty much the novice operation. It gets way more technical and things like that in terms of the numbers and the different types of things that we could do. But this is one that I'm just offering for the layman. I have a whole lot more stuff, but I'll only break you into that type of structure or making that kind of money and stuff like that when you're a little more savvy. A savvy participant is a happy participant, and a happy participant can bring the right people to the table to make those kinds of sales. And I'm talking about anything north of 100 million or more. You can start doing those too. But you gotta crawl before you walk. I'm not even going to get into all that stuff. But they're a way larger operations that we do, but we have access to that we from time to time play around in, you know, and kind of we you know offer our expertise and stuff like that. So, but for now, this is a way for you to do very well while you're doing nothing. You could be at the movies with your lady, or out to eat, or at a hockey game, football game, traveling on the road or wherever, and you get this kind of money while you're doing all that. Trucker, you and I can have a conversation too, my G. Send me your number in the back chat, Trucker. Put your number in the back chat, Trucker, if you want, and then I can give you a holler, man, and we can talk more about your private investor. You know what I'm saying? So do that. If you're still up here, brother, Trucker, if you're still here, put your number in the back chat for me, and then I'll reach out. I don't think I got your number on my phone. I thought I did, but I probably don't. Shoot your number in the back chat, or if we get off this live, email it to me. My email is on my community page. Just go on there and shoot me an email, Trucker. You'll see my email up there. Just email me or DM me on any of the social media platforms. Hit me on Instagram or TikTok or any of those. Just get with me, and I'll shoot you I'll give you a call, and we can talk about some of these other opportunities. I got one that I think will work really well for you, but again, we'll talk about it. This one right here is a really good one for everyone, because I don't expect you to know people that's in import, export, anything like that off the rip. That's just business and opportunity you can build up to after you've been around some of this low-hanging fruit type of operation that we offer right now. If you hang around for a while, you tend to develop the savvy to participate in some of the other types of opportunities that we have access to. And I'll key you into those things if you want. I'll bring you in over here and key you into those things on the side, and you can start increasing that money or the opportunity to make more, because we have all the access to everybody. The things that I do is tied to what everybody does. Everybody uses finance. Game over right there. I don't care what you do. You can be in a tire business, real estate business. You can be buying and selling snorkeling gear, sporting goods, apparel, clothing. It doesn't matter what you do. My business connects to your business. And that was my aim. As long as I offer an opportunity that connects to everything that everyone does, you can make money with me every day. Okay? We are the glue operation to everybody else's business models. So anything that we do and anything that anybody else is involved in, we offer the glue, which is finance. Finance is the tether to everything. It is the glue. It is the cement to everything that's out there. Okay, so anything that's out on the market, dealing with whatever enterprise, when we offer that finance behind it to some type of degree, now you're in business. And that finance for you guys to make money is simple. The payment gateway system. You can't do any business without sales. Okay? No business operates without sales, especially a brick and mortar enterprise. Brick and mortar enterprises need sales. The way they drive sales is by having payment directors. How they do payment directors? They use an entity like ours. And we handle all of their credit card processing globally. Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter what they sell. Tires, fishing rods, bread and cheese. We offer the processing ability so that their business can thrive and not go defunct or get overcharged or get their accounts closed, which disrupts continuity within the business model. And it costs money when the banks take them down like that. They've told me this many, many times, and they don't like it. They've always looked for alternative operations, and we have that for them. So if you're out there and you're walking around, don't just be a ghost. I tell people, don't be a ghost. If you're gonna walk around in town, be one of those people who can connect to everybody, because opportunities are amongst any and everybody you come across. Don't be just a person just floating around. No, float your tail over there and close a deal. If you're at the mall, float to one of those kiosks and say, hey, who's processing your payments? I bet you they're gonna pull out a Square reader or something. Square, Stripe, PayPal. It's very rare that most merchants are gonna have a bank. A lot of merchants are running away from banks because banks are just too paltry for this type of stuff. You can go, look, here's an example for y'all. Go to the mall and clean up. Go to the mall and start talking to all those stores and say, who processes your payments for you? That's all you really got to ask them. Who processes your payment? Who do you guys use payment processing with? It's either going to be PayPal, Square, Stripe, or that's another one with an N. It's a new one. Can't remember the name. Novo or something like that. It's going to be one of those entities. You're not going to see many entities working with the bank unless they're like a jewelry store or something like that. Like those entities that have a lot of history. Like here in North Carolina, they have Reed's Fine Jewelry. They're probably not going to be using Square or anything. Like they're going to be using like a bank. That's because these entities go back 100 years. Some of these companies have been around since 1885. So they're going to have banking already entrenched because their assets are heavily insured, and they're going to have access to their money more frequently because of the nature of their business. So they're going to have access to bigger lines of funding and bigger lines of finance because of the volume that they do and the type of business that they run. So banks are going to always take precedence in giving them the opportunity to do better than everybody else. Okay. So realistically, that's going to be one of the areas that they would take advantage of, is that type of thing. So all in all, if you're going to be using those types of companies or going to those types of companies, you want to be able to go and find the entities out there who are doing more, I would say, modern funding or modern business, like what they're doing, smoothie companies and stuff like that. Like if you're walking around in the mall, you'll see a smoothie company or a juice company or something to the degree of a shoe store. Entities like that, because they're going to be doing high volume too. Even though they're not going to be doing the numbers, like they're not going to be doing $900 for a watch, like a jewelry store would do, but they may do $40. They may see, and that's another thing. Some of these entities may do more volume because of the price point. So if you go to some store in the mall and they sell t-shirts, that's not a t-shirt in there that's going to cost $900. It ain't Neiman Marcus. But guess what? They may do 500 t-shirts a day. They may sell. See what I'm saying? For $45 a piece. You see where I'm going with that? Versus a jewelry store, they may sell 2 watches a day or 5 watches a day. They may not sell 50 watches or 50 pair of earrings or 50 necklaces, especially with those price points. They're going to probably get one every now and then. But if you can get that high level volume from those businesses that are doing anywhere from $50 to a couple $100, $200 for products they sell, now you're turning you're doing well, because you'll see more business. You'll see 200 people come through there in the course of a day versus 10. See what I'm saying? So that volume, you're getting a percentage of all of that volume on a repeat basis. One by one, you're getting a percentage of all that volume. That's what we're after. That's what we're trying to get our hands on. We want a lot of those. We want companies with volume. Now, we want the big boys. I want the Hilton, like Redman said. I want the Hilton. I want their business. I want all these big boy companies all day long. But I got to be realistic and say, hey, until my subscribers find that level of business to connect to, then we'll just do, we'll do the mom and pop spots that do volume. Because really, it really don't matter who or what the entity is or what their name is or their brand name is. It's about the level of volume that we'll do. So we want to go after those entities that are doing high volume. That's what we want. I don't give a crap what the name of it. I don't care if it's the Hilton or the Roadside Inn. If the Roadside Inn is processing $12,000 a day and selling rooms, that's what we want. We want that $12,000 line. We want to be able to process. We want that processing. This is a real good way for everybody to get involved on a low level and make some real good bread. And remember, you get paid while you sleep, and you get paid for the life of the contract. So as long as the entity is doing business, as long as they out there processing payments, that guy may have 12 locations. We want all of his locations. We want that. If it's a franchise, we want all of their franchises. Okay. So don't get frightened by the fact that the bigger companies, oh my God, they're already working with somebody. No, I don't give a crap if they're working with somebody. It's always somebody better for them to work with. Just because you already have somebody you're working with don't mean that that's a better entity for you to work with. So we're going to take that business. I don't care if they're working with Bank of America or Wells Fargo. Well, let me tell you why Wells Fargo can hurt your business. They can shut your account down. Now you're going to be out of business for 3 or 4 days till you set up a merchant account again. So they're going to be using the payment gateway of an entity you probably never heard of. It might not even be a bank. It might be EFTI or something like that. We want to compete for that. And we offer things that they won't be able to offer. I promise you that. Y'all feel me? That's the real deal, Holyfield of the matter. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We've talked enough. We've laid out a lot of material tonight. All of my lives are very valuable, I think. That's not one live that you can't go to and learn something from. Whether it's my martial arts training or learning how to defend yourself or my workout videos, it's building the person. And that's what all my lives and my YouTube is designed to do, is to build people, period. Everything else is just a byproduct of just nothingness. If I ain't doing it, if I'm not involved in it and it's doing it, my channel won't host it. It's going to be about improvement, 100%. Today, luckily, it was about finance. Sometime this week, it'll be about working out. Sometime this week, it'll be about self-protection or self-defense. Sometime this week, it'll be about how to dress and improve your look. Sometime this week, we'll talk about your mindset, improving that, sharpening your mental. Okay? Or how you relate to people. You know, all these things will be relatable as it pertains to you as a person and your self-improvement journey. That's what we do over here. Self-improvement, finance, self-defense, fitness, all the like. Y'all feel me? Learning. Again, it's your boy in Quantum. It's been a pleasure. Like, share, and subscribe. And get people on this content, man. If the opportunity suits you, if you didn't come up in the chat, if you didn't come up in the email, or I'm sorry, the on stage, do me a favor and shoot me an email if this is of interest to you. My email is on my page in the community section. Go there, copy the email there, and send me a shout out. Send me an email, and we'll talk about it. We'll go in depth about the different ways I can help you get your money and help you to become part of what we got going on. All right. I appreciate all of you. Thank y'all for listening. It's your boy in Quantum, and we out.